comes a man in a suit. It's a legend. It's Brian Cruz Control Show. Cruz Control Show. Cruz Control Show. Cruz Control Show.
Oh, just don't turn the studio mode off, though. Is someone turning studio mode off? Okay. And we're live, everybody. I have no idea what is happening there, but happy Monday. It is Monday, September 9th, 2024. Welcome back to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host, as always, Brian Cruz. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for the little delay. Some weird Twitch. I mean, my ex messed this up. I mean, my ex Twitter, but not expert. It was X. It was just blame X. Welcome back, Kruse Control. I'm happy to have you here as always. Welcome back. It's gonna be a great night. Thank you for being here and joining us on Kruse Control for the very first time, everybody. I want to introduce you a new co-host of the hour, a man that's been rocking the business for years, kicking ass, actor, creator, casting director. He's done everything out here, and I'm so excited to talk to him tonight. Welcome for the very first time on Kruse Control, Mr. Jonathan McFadden. Jonathan, how you doing? Welcome to Kruse Control.
Wow, I'm doing great. Everybody needs to calm down. If your intro is any indication of how exciting this is going to be, like everybody take a breath, take a step back. I'm very chill here, but no, for real, Brian, this is a huge honor, a huge honor. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Then I'm going to stop messing with all the things that I can mess with, and I'm going to say, pleasure to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Pep Star is loving the new talent.
Oh, thanks, Peps. This is Jonathan, Peppy.
Coolest dog in America right there.
You don't give him a big head, because he does have a big head a lot of times. You know, he might just be like, really nice.
Shut up, motherfucker.
Oh, Peppy, I know he is a sharp motherfucker.
You know what? Listen. I've watched Chimp Crazy on whatever the hell network that is. That lady loves her chimps, but they're monkeys. Like, okay, they're monkeys. They shit. They throw the shit. Like, let's get
everybody.
Pepe.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, what you doing?
Pepe's classy.
Yeah, he is. Well, thank you for being here. Just tell the audience about yourself a little bit, Jonathan. It's your first time on Kruse Control, first time rocking with us. Tell the business, tell everybody out there in the Kruse Nation what you've been up to, what you do, and why are you on Kruse Control?
Cool. I'm so glad that you told me about this before you asked me to say that. So my name is Jonathan, and primarily I work as a commercial talent and a corporate training, industrial teleprompter, and broadcast talent. So I'm not necessarily always playing other characters. I make my living playing myself and then managing other talent who are actors and commercial talent, whatever. So my thing is I love the business aspect of this business. Don't get me wrong, I love the art. But what good is it if you're making, cute little movies if you're not getting paid for it? So my whole vibe, my whole, what do you want to call this? Purpose is to help creative people get paid the money they want, the money they deserve, and the money that quite often the clients are trying to hold back from them. That's my gig. And how can I say this? It's not a meager existence. And I think it is something that more people need to recognize. That is, talent deserves to be paid extraordinarily well if they've spent their entire lives and careers working up to the day that they do the gig for you.
100%, 100%. Pay your talent, pay your people. And honestly, as they're saying before, we're talent, we're out there, we're kicking ass, we're bringing a quality product out there for you. Come on, pay your people.
You're not paying them for the day that they're with you on set. You're paying them for the years and years and years that they've trained and work to be prepared and qualified to spend that day with you on set. That's what you're paying for.
And pay them you will. Pay them you will, people. Thank you, Jonathan, for being here. Round of applause, Jonathan. Thank you for being here. First time on Kruse Control. I appreciate you. We're going to have a great time. Have a great time tonight, Jonathan. It's a Monday, and we're not alone. As always, welcome back on a Monday. We know she's here. It's Monday, everybody. Actor, creator, director, and artist herself. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. Miss Lexi Koval. Lexi, how are you doing? Welcome back to Kruse Control.
Hi. How's everybody in Kruse Nation doing? Lexi here. I brought someone special tonight.
Uh-oh.
We're talking. Oh, who's this? Who's this? It's our friend. He's back to help us with our discussion later, right? That's right. You have things to say, don't you?
He's got all the things to say.
They have so many things to say. So many things. I have so many things to say. So many things to say.
Yeah,
so
Lexi's
many
here.
things. And I just wanted to say, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Pepe may not throw shit, but he eats his own shit.
Oh, snap.
Hey, that's a delicacy in some markets, okay?
That's fair.
What the what?
I mean, you do smoke it sometimes and hash. I mean,
Lexi, you better be careful what you say to Pepe, because he might not take that too well.
oh, I talk all kinds of shit to Pepe all the time.
Lexi, the very first Kruse Control I saw, I think you were on, and I fell in love.
That's what I like to hear.
Now that I know that eating dog shit is okay with you, I'll reevaluate those choices later.
Yeah.
Oh,
but for now, I still love you. I'm a huge fan.
Pepe, do you eat dog shit, Pepe? I'd ask this straight to the source here. Pepe, do you eat dog shit?
you're fucking crazy.
I know. He doesn't do that, guys. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that, right, Pepe? He just doesn't do that.
They all do it.
So he admits it. He admits it. Oh, geez, man, Pepe. That's some breaking news right there. We also have Joe here. I don't know why we just kind of lost Joe, I think, for a second, but Joe Clark's here as well, everybody. Hopefully, Joe pops back in here in a second. Unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe it's something kicked him out for a second. This studio has been being really weird tonight for some reason. Like I said,
it could have been the idea of dogs eating their own excrement. That could have been something that.
Well, I mean, if you had a cat box, they also love to eat out of your cat box.
It's true. Also, welcome to Kruse Control, Mr. Joe Clark. Everybody, how you doing? Joe, actor, creator. This guy's amazing. He's got his own show. How you doing, Clark?
I'm doing pretty good, man. It always feels good to get on this Kruse Control with your endless source of energy. It is bottomless and captivating, to say the least.
It is a little bit exhausting, isn't it? It's a little bit exhausting.
Hey! I make things happen. I make things happen. I'm creating life, liberty, happiness.
Joe, welcome back.
Hey, Pepe's happy to see Joe.
You're America incarnate.
Yeah, he is, right?
Joe, let's go do some karaoke this week.
Let's go do some karaoke, man.
Oh, y'all don't even know. Hold on, Pepe, you're talking about karaoke.
Shit eating.
Yeah, Pepe wants to do some karaoke.
Yeah, while your other guest's signal is coming in and out.
Karaoke's my thing.
That's nice, guest, but like get your Wi-Fi signal in check here.
Hey,
Wow.
Pepe, karaoke is how I supported myself through college in New York City.
oh, well, that happens. That's great. I mean, Pepe would probably love that. That's a
Ryan,
big
Ryan,
deal.
shit
I
does
love
not-
I
Ryan.
love
I'm actually really
what you
excited
got to
about
say,
that.
but I was talking to Pepe.
Thanks, Pepe. Pepe's excited about it, he said. He said he's really excited about it. I don't know. Pepe, do you believe him? Do you believe him, Pepe?
Bullshit.
Oh,
Right, absolutely.
I got video evidence. I got video evidence.
Please.
Joe, how you been, man? You got anything big happening? I know you're doing your own project right now. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah. I'm doing my first directorial writing debut. I'm making a fan film. That's why I'm dressed as Commissioner Gordon right now. It's a 1940s noir Batman short that's inspired by James Bond. So it all takes place at what am I missing here?
No, he likes it. It's great.
Oh, he likes it. That's good. That's the important
That's
thing. Yeah, no, it's a 1940s noir that's inspired by James Bond. So it all takes place around a poker table at Iceberg Lounge, where he's trying to get information from Lex Luthor to find out why the man who killed his parents is missing from Arkham Asylum.
Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, man, that's freaking awesome. I'm excited about it. It's quite a different take on it, too. It's like its own interpretation to this fandom world, which we'll be talking about a lot of this fandom stuff out here today as it is. So I love that. I love it so much. Everybody, you were doing voiceover for a while for it, too, right?
Oh, yeah, I did. I just did the voiceover stuff for the animatic, so I could have a good visual to show the team as to what the vision for it actually was.
Wait, what show is this?
It's his own show.
It's a short film that I'm making. It's not a show. It's just a short
It's a show, man. I'm calling it a show. It's a show, man.
It's a show. I don't want to promise more episodes than I'm capable of producing. All right.
Well,
Get
what's
90 minutes
that
off, call
new?
it a
What's
day.
that brand new Batman animated series?
Cape Crusader.
Cape
Crusader, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
y'all. One of my college classmates and scene partners is in that. She plays. I think it's Detective Montoya. Crystal.
Oh,
Crystal
awesome.
somebody Brown. Because remember,
good.
we're friends. I know her middle name.
You know how to tell her she's in trouble.
But here's the
Outstanding,
thing. Here's the
baby.
thing. I look at you and I'm like, oh my god, that is a young Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
That's him.
I agree.
I feel like I casted myself pretty well.
I think you got it, Joe.
Wow.
He's
He's
like the
got
one
it.
from Harley Quinn.
So does Commissioner Brown, Gordon, Commissioner Brown? I don't know where that came from. Does Commissioner Gordon? Does he really wonder where Batman goes every time he's like, "Thanks, Jim," and then disappears? Does Commissioner Gordon really? Is he like, where did he go? Like, how many more disappearances?
It's always an
do you
open
need?
window. It's always an open window, but something tells me he's not behind the open window. He's just behind the desk, waiting for him to walk out.
That right there makes
Being
so
like,
much
please
sense.
don't come over here. I really was trying to infer that I went that way, but I'm just gonna be quiet till he closes out for the night.
I always figured at some point Commissioner Gordon just was like over it. He's like, yeah, I don't give a shit anymore. Like
Yeah,
I've been dealing with this so
His leg
long.
behind-
He's like, I'm
I see his leg
salaried. I'm
behind
his
salaried.
chest,
It's
like,
fine.
I've been dealing with Batman for
All
how
right,
many
I'm
years?
walking out the door now. I hope nobody
Yeah,
leaves.
dude,
So
the party trick's don't
much
work on me
breaking
anymore.
news.
I think he'd be more
Troubled
impressed
mind,
if
I
he
don't
used
want
the
to get
fucking
into
door.
it. I'm just grateful for what he does.
They
That-
should do an
it
episode.
seems like a lot.
They should do an episode where Batman's like, "Thanks, Jim," and then he just turns and like hits the elevator button. He's like, he's just sitting there waiting, like,
Or
Can
like
we move
opens
on to the
door
next
for him,
subject, please?
and he's like,
This is
after
right.
you. Come on through.
"I'm waiting for my Uber."
Yeah.
It's very exciting. We got to keep this ship at sailing, everybody, because we got a lot to talk about right now.
Okay.
Joe, you got to give us the link for that too, when you get the short film out there. Again, for you have you have a GoFundMe going too, right? So
Of
we'll get the
course.
link out for that too, and we'll share that with the world. And I'm so
Yeah,
happy you're here.
Indiegogo.
Indiegogo. Great. That's the one to do too. Perfect. Let me know the link. We'll put it out there. But I'm so happy to have you here. It's going to be a fantastic show. We got Lexi here. We got Jonathan here. It's going to be a great time. But it doesn't matter what.
Brian is not good at this. He's told me. If you appreciate what Brian does, because you have no idea what's happening like backstage of this, right? Hit the like, hit subscribe, join the membership,
That part.
join the Patreon, look at all of those social media icons, click on all of them. And it as Brian said, maybe you can't click on the video, but somehow, type in, we know what the YouTube is, we know what the Facebook is, we know, let's see, Instagram, we know that's Twitch, what's that
X.
green one with the,
We're on Rumble right now.
just search Kruse Control, and if you can
put it in the
contribute
search
in
bar.
any way, if there's any way you can contribute, do it. Because I'm telling you, this guy, he ain't doing it for the money. He's doing it for you. He cares.
Unless you got a
This is
Patreon.
great
You
show.
have a Patreon? You have a Patreon? There's money in that.
There's
right?
Pepsi. There's Patreon there too. We got Patreon. We got everything. We got the membership here. You can join the membership and get
Right?
some great.
If
little
you like
buttons
the
to
show,
put in the
buy
chat.
Brian a beer. It's the cost of one beer. I don't know why you can't do that right now.
Yep. Do it right now. It can happen. And I thank you
The
all
only
for
thing
being
that
here
calms
tonight.
them down.
Tell your friends to watch us live.
Thanks, Pappy. See, Pappy's got some stuff to.
Brian, I'll stop now. I'll stop. I'll let you do your thing. Go ahead.
Do you see my tail wagging?
Peppy, I know, man. Okay, it is. Doesn't matter. Peppy's tail's wagging. Doesn't matter what's happening, everybody. I'm so happy to have you here as always. There's a lot going on as always on Kruse Control. So it doesn't matter what day it is. It could be a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday, any day of the week. There's always one thing going down. And that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, the very first I'm talking about is Beetlejuice one more time because it has made $145.4 million opening weekend. Now, it was projected at 145, so it got that. Congratulations, the juice is loose. And this is baby Beetlejuice, by the way, everybody. So Baby Juice is in here too in this movie. If you didn't know, spoiler alert, but Baby Juice is it's a lot. But they made $35.4 million from 69 international territories, 110 domestically, and the juice is kicking ass. And I can't wait to see where it goes from here. I'm very excited. But another thing that's not doing as well as they're expecting to do, and it's kind of bumming me out, is Megalopolis, everybody, because the thing about this too, it's like, oh my God, when it comes down to like how much Francis Ford Coppola put in this, I can't even imagine. They're projecting $5 million opening weekend right now. $5 million at a $120 million budget. That blows my fucking mind. It could be $6 to $8 million, they're saying, another projection was, but still, that's like nothing for how much this man self-finances to bring this out. And I hope that's better than that, but we'll have to wait and find out. But if that's what's true, whew, that sucks. I'm sorry, Francis Ford Coppola. I feel as bad for him as I do for, again, Kevin Costner, because Kevin Costner too, his Horizon, everybody, his two-part epic Horizon Western out there. Well, the first part came out, bombed really bad. The second part got put in the back burner, but it did debut at the Venice Film Festival, which he was super excited about. He said he always wanted to go there. The studios wanted to bring it out in August. Then they're like, the first one bombed, we're not going to do that now. I went to Max, the first one. He still thinks the third one and fourth one can still happen. Now, he's $98 million he's spending for the first three out of his own pocket. $100 million more out of his own pocket for the fourth one if he does make it. So it's a lot of money, and Kevin Costner said that this is something that he has a big faith in. He wants to go a long way. And he's hoping that it does come around. He says he feels very hopeful, and he won't give up on it until it actually happens. But he hopes to get at least 3. But we know that Bosch Legacy is ending at 3 because the third season of Bosch Legacy is the finale. That's right. If you were a fan of Bosch, sorry, Bosch. If you were a fan of Bosch, 3 seasons for a spinoff is pretty freaking good on Prime and Freevee where it was before. And, it followed the excursion of Bosch after he retired, and he had to go into his own private detective thing. His daughter's and the cop, she's a cop now, and they're following their dynamic. And they did, 3 seasons. But honestly, if you're a fan, it's a sad day for you. Just like if you're a fan of 911 Lone Star, it's probably going to be a sad day for you too, because that is done. We talked about this already, that it was probably going to end over on Fox. I mean, they're having 12 more episodes coming, kicking off September 23rd. And then that will be it. Rob Lowe will be gone. Sorry, guys. Rob Lowe gone.
If you're a fan of 911 Lone Star, Brian,
yes.
If you're a fan of 911, you tell me one person that's a fan of 911 Lone Star.
I don't know. There's got to be somebody out there, right?
No,
Somebody's
there,
mom.
there isn't.
There's a
Somebody's mom,
65-year-old
somebody's
gentleman out there who is a big fan of that show.
But
He's bummed.
those people don't count, Brian. That's why the
He
show
has a very large
being
beard,
canceled.
and he is very sad that it's being canceled.
Hey,
His
there you go.
recliner
So he
is
can
broken
write a
in
letter.
perfectly to his dip.
He can
Yeah.
write a letter on paper and mail it to the powers that be. The truth
Exactly.
is, nobody cares because we're all watching TikTok. We're all watching Kruse Control live on YouTube
Live.
and X and Periscope and all these
It's
other
the same
things you're
people who
doing.
are
Rolling
upset
with the
about
punches.
Baywatch Nights. Remember Baywatch Nights? They cared
Right.
about that. Yeah,
Right.
that's their
It's
show.
the-
This is their
it's
show.
the people.
No, I
the
don't
people-
remember Baywatch Nights. I don't
Exactly.
recall that even a little bit.
Why?
Well, you watch Baywatch again at night.
Yeah.
That there aren't
Well,
as
without
many
the hot
people around.
shit.
After hours.
None of the-
After hours Baywatch.
Right.
It's just Hasselhoff and none of the tits.
The
They're just
people with
looking at the beach like, well,
landlines.
there's no one out there.
If you got a
No one's swimming at
landline,
night.
A lot
We're
of
closed.
flashlights, just beaches, the flashlights.
Did you know that this was actually like the last project produced by Fox before they sold over to Disney too? So last project that was officially greenlit by Fox's studio before Disney bought it, and now it's gone. So I know that's
How
why
is
it's a
that
big
breaking
monumental
news?
thing.
How is that
It's-
breaking news? Yeah,
It's-
nobody's watching. You know that nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Right?
It's-
You got someone harsher than me, Brian. How did you do that?
That's a good question. Not as harsh as everybody's been about Rings of Power, everybody out there, because Rings of Power is not doing as well as it's done the first season. And again, it didn't do that great the first season from the get-go. But Amazon does not release the numbers for this. They will not do this, but they have said the first season was the biggest debut ever for an Amazon project within the first 3 days. Now, after 4 days, this second season had 902,000 households that watched it. That's 4 days. But for 3 days, for the first season, it was 1.8 million. So quite a big drop for this new season. And I get it. They spent a lot of money. They're trying to make this Tolkien train keep going. But I still have a feeling that they're spent a lot of money. It's not going to make the money back. People aren't liking this. The first season was very slow. The second season, it's better. It's better. It's not as great as Chaos, everybody. And if you've seen Chaos over on Netflix, this show is the show you should be watching.
Bravo.
Good old Bloom himself. I'm saying right now, Jonathan, this show is awesome. Charlie Koval created this. He also did The End of the Fucking World over on Netflix. Goldblum's in this. He's awesome. He plays Zeus. And again, this is a retelling kind of mythological, Greek mythology. And it actually tells about a present day world where the Greek gods are still around. They're still being worshipped. But again, there's a whole prophecy that's going on that might take down the gods. And it's fantastic. It really is. Check it out. Check it out.
There's this new mentality going on now where it's like I love the show Chaos. I learned about this show from watching your show. I didn't know
Pause for that.
what it was. I didn't know,
Yeah, that's news to me. I kind of want to check this out now. That sounds awesome.
right?
It's so good.
I love it. I didn't know what it was until I saw you talk about it, and then I look at it and I go, "Oh my God, there are only like a season, 2 seasons, something like that." So I'm watching
One
this.
season.
One season. So I'm watching it slowly. I'm trying to what's the word? Mitigate, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to slow down, watch other things so that I don't watch every episode of Chaos and then feel like I'm missing things. But here's what I'll tell you about Chaos. This is the quintessential example of what great acting is. When you look at Jeff Goldblum, okay, he's playing Zeus, the king of all gods.
Yeah.
That doesn't tell you anything. But what Jeff is doing, he is, my fellow film actors out there, he is living truthfully under these given imaginary circumstances, and he is doing it brilliantly where we'll never be able to look at another person or cartoon character playing Zeus again. This will be our generation's Zeus. It's brilliant, and it's worth every million that Jeff Goldblum is making. Well done, team, making that show. Well done.
Jenny McTeer too as Hera. She's freaking phenomenal as well. Like,
I
so
thought
good.
that was Helen Mirren for the first 3 episodes.
Well, she's insanely good in this, and I think overall, if you haven't checked it out, you gotta check it out. The creator did say he's got plans for 3 seasons. Netflix is behind this, but they have not greenlit the 2nd season. This just came out, of course. 8 episodes dropped. Joe, you gotta check this out. And again, it's just a fun project. It's a fun project.
I'm a sucker for Greek mythology in general, and like to have it put it in the modern day. And Jeff Goldblum, I'm like, those are all check.
And he's
check.
sinister
Like,
in this shit. He's sinister as fuck.
If you think about it, Jeff Goldblum has been involved in the mythology of our generation since the 90s. Look back to Jurassic Park. That's our version of Greek mythology. Here's
100%.
something that could be real.
Right.
We're not sure if it's real. There's DNA in amber from a mosquito. We made dinosaurs. We all pretended to be
All I
those
know is I
dinosaurs
worship-
when we were in 5th grade, right? Jeff
go faster.
Goldblum is now the king of all gods, and he's presenting it in a way where it makes us feel like, you know what? We understand how the God construct person thinks. And it's a brilliant piece of episodic work. And Netflix is insane if they're saying, oh, it might be 3 seasons.
They have to pick it up.
Netflix.
They gotta go.
Okay, right.
The cast is great.
And this was only going to be a season and a half.
You're right, Joe. The promotion has not been that great for it. It really hasn't. I've seen a couple billboards out here in LA, but not much at all.
You never heard of
Yeah.
this before.
Yeah.
It's the first
Yeah,
time
they
I've ever
clearly
hearing
need to
about
promote it because it sounds fantastic.
But
Bingo.
going back to that subject, I talk about this all the time on the show. When is anything being promoted? Like, I don't know
True.
about anything coming out anymore at all, period. I don't see any billboards for anything. I don't see posters for anything. I live in, like I said, I live in Denver. I live in a major city. There is absolutely no advertising anywhere for anything at all, anything. No movies, no TV shows, no... All I see, I see more advertising for video games than anything else. I would say currently video games are killing the market when it comes to branding and advertising. I know more about video games coming out than anything else. I know all the games that are coming out in the next year. I don't even care. I don't play video games. I haven't played games in years. I haven't touched games in, seriously, I just don't play games. It's just that's a whole other conversation. But I just don't.
It's okay.
But I
You
don't
have a blue
care.
shell right behind you. You're gonna get taken out saying shit like that.
Look, I grew
does
up playing
cost money.
Mario Kart.
But I think Lexi is right. You don't see that
True.
sort of
None.
advertising.
And I have
Or-
YouTube Red, so there's
Yeah.
absolutely no advertisements on my YouTube. And if I pay
Good point.
for, I paid for Hulu, so Hulu with advertisements is gone. So and even when I had Hulu with advertisements, I told you last time, breast enhancement ads constantly, and then medication. No, seriously, medications. I'm serious. The same breast
I don't
enhancement
get any of
ads,
those.
the medication.
Either. I'm not getting that shit.
I got the same 3 medication ads every single time, and something else. So it was all these same 3. Oh, I get women's ads now.
Lexi, Lexi, the ads that you're receiving from Amazon, what everybody's receiving, it's because you checked that box. They can use your data
Yeah,
They're getting you.
discreetly
yeah.
to send you advertisements. So the whole I'm not happy with my breast size or whatever, that's not everybody. That's coming right at you.
Yep.
Look,
You know who's not also happy with their breast size is Batman. He keeps making those nipples bigger, but Batman is coming forward, of course. Batman 2, everybody. So Batman 2.
Best segue ever. Best segue ever. That's the Steggy Award. Go ahead.
Hey, so the Batman 2. Matt Reeves was talking about Batman 2, and he's saying we're going deeper to dig into the epic story about the deeper corruption that goes into this place called Gotham City, and anticipate to be even more into that lore than the first one. Of course, he says he's not going to go full fantastical. Everybody's been talking this online. He's not going full fantastical. We knew this. This is along the lines, of course, as Nolan did with his Batman. That's what he's doing with this, and he'll keep building towards that with Pattinson himself. But he says what's more important to me is to take these pop icons, these mythic characters that everybody knows, and translate it so that Gotham feels like a place in the actual world. It's meant to be quite grounded, and that's what he's trying to do with the villains moving forward. And we knew that. Give us more plot details. Who's the villain? Matt Reeves. Tell us. Is it Dave Bautista? Is it Dave Bautista? Come on, I want him to play him. I want Dave in there. But Dave is talking about a lot of things right now, because maybe he's not going to be Bane in there, even though it'd be great if he would be. I would say it right now. But Dave's talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, how he misses his family. He said he wouldn't say he misses Drax, but he misses the whole environment. He never get to say goodbye to it. That's a big thing. He said, in my whole career, for how long I've been with these people, I never got a chance to say adios. He didn't go to a rap party. He didn't go to the premiere, apparently. And he's hoping that someday he gets to get back together with the whole crew again. He was asked about the DCU, of course. They said, as I've said before, I'm very open to that. I guess it just has to be the right part, but I'm open to it. I love James. I would do anything to work with him once again. But he keeps talking about closure, and I get that. It's got to be tough for him. He didn't actually get that closure that he wanted. You know what, Dave? You're pretty awesome to me. You really are pretty awesome to me. So I think that overall you should just be happy. I'm talking about, you're a great guy, Dave, and you've done some great shit. You have done great shit, so be happy.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Dave. I know, right? But Dave Bautista might not be coming back to Drax, but maybe he could play a better Wolfman. The Wolfman trailer came out, and I'm not really excited about it. I don't know if you guys saw the little teaser that came out. This is a Universal reboot by Leia Whannell, I guess that's how you say her name. Coming out January 17, 2025. Reimagining of the cult classic, and we got a pretty decent cast here coming around for this. We got Julia Gardner playing the wife, Blake's workaholic wife, and we also have Christopher Abbott playing Blake, who of course is the Wolfman.
Are we going to watch this trailer on the show right now? Are we going to watch it right now?
No, we're not going to watch this shit right now. I mean, I would like to, but we're not going to watch this. We're going to watch. It's like 20 seconds, if that. It's like you see, like, what's happening? Running through the woods. W appears. Oh, it's slash. Oh my God, there's somebody coming. And then like someone grabs a knife, and then that's it.
Oh no, Dad, this is getting crazy. You scared me, Dad.
Sometimes we would do that actually, Jonathan, but usually in the breaking news. Depends. It depends. Sometimes.
Look, y'all, I'm still learning this format. So if I jump in at times where I'm not supposed to jump in, just, throw me a bone this time. Next time, take no excuses. This time, give me a pass.
I'm giving you a pass. I know you're still trying to work it out, figure it out. Just like Peacock still trying to figure their shit out too. Because now they're going to try some live comedy, everybody. And for me, I'm like, why not, guys? Netflix has been doing it. Everybody's doing it. Get the cock going out there, everybody. People want to see some live comedy on the cock. But this, it's going to be Colin Jost and Michael Che from New York. From New York, everybody. Live special event Saturday. It was for the Saturday Night Duo coming forward. Of course, they do morning up or weekend update. And they're big writers over there, so let them have the reins. Thursday, September 12th, this week at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They will be live on Peacock for the very first time. Give us some straight up comedy. So good for them. Happy for them. Somebody that won't be on anything anytime soon is probably Armie Hammer, though, everybody. I hate to give him some shit. Armie Hammer, though, he has gone through a lot, but then again, some of the allegations for Armie Hammer are pretty jarring. They're pretty freaking jarring. And is he a cannibal? Is he not? I don't know.
People.
He was talking about how he had to sell his truck off. He bought a truck for himself in 2017, and he had to sell it because it cost like $500 or $600. Made a whole post about it, how he's coming back to Hollywood, and he's broke, and he got an electric car, and he's hoping that will get him on to his next phase in his life. But we'll have to see. Armie Hammer, man.
Yeah, that'll get him 200 miles into his life. That'll get him.
Welcome to the working class actors world. It's
How
not that
is
easy.
this breaking news?
Breaking news, everybody!
How is this breaking news? It's like hashtag headline: actor can't afford his gas to get to his audition. Yeah, we know this movie.
I know.
So he bought a car you can plug in so you can get there.
Yep. That's what it is.
We understand.
He can still
read
afford an
appetites.
electric car.
Life-
Like that's not cheap still.
Life is tough. Life in this business is tougher.
And
We get it.
if they make an Ed Gein movie, he's got a part.
What the hell does that even mean? Who is that?
Oh, come on. Ed Gein, the famous serial killer who ate people?
Let's talk about
don't
this.
know my Ed Geins or
Psycho is based on him.
Oh, silly me.
Give me some facts.
He dressed up like his mother, and he ate people, and he filled his house with furniture made out of human corpses. And when they went in his home, it was full of parts of human like noses in bags and heads in bags, and he mostly got stuff out of cemeteries, but he also started killing people and eating them too. And he would skin them and just like
You know
butchery.
so much about this. I
Yeah.
don't
He's
know
my
all
favorite,
of these
yeah.
nitty gritty details.
Oh yeah, he's my all-time favorite.
Peppy,
Actually,
would you watch
yeah.
Take my money.
Yeah.
that? Peppy wants to see it, I guess. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. But Lexi, I'm happy you got those facts though for us. Maybe he can play that part. Army Hammer, man. Listen to us on Kruse Control. It's the best role for you right now. Get yourself out there. Make light of the heart. Make light of the conversation. Get your ass back to acting again. Maybe.
Yeah, where can people find you if they want to find you? Like, where can they follow you and pledge money and all that stuff, Brian?
You can find us on our Patreon, or you can also join our membership here live on Kruse Control on YouTube, everybody. Check it out, Kruse Control Show on YouTube. Check it out. Check it out.
Does that meaningful?
Very meaningful. If you actually buy us some coffee or a beer or a bagel or a brat, we'd be happy for you. Thank you so much for that.
Good job on that. Meaningful. Bagels, brats, and coffee. Not we can keep the show going. Well done, sir. That's why you need a producer.
Yes.
Stop it.
Yes. But we'll keep this ship a sailing, and we appreciate you because it takes a lot to build the show, as always. And we're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing this for you, doing it for everybody out there to have some fun and tell some news. So that's what happens. So making light heart of it, that's what you got to do. But there's a lot going on, and everybody needs a moment in the sun because that's a lot of breaking news. We got 12 topics tonight, but everybody needs that 1 minute in the sun to give me what to say. Is there? Hot takes. Let's do it. All right, now it's time for those
In 36
hot
seconds.
takes.
Less than 36 seconds per topic, Brian. What
Hey,
are you
Peppy makes the
doing?
rules, not me, man. Peppy makes the rules, so it's
Peppy?
not my.
What the fuck?
That's right. I know, Peppy. But this is that time to put that 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute break down all their hot takes for all the latest breaking news. Can they make for that bomb blows up, or will they have to stop and that's it? They lose. Well, they might not lose. It's up to you. You decide who wins hot takes. Not me, not the pep star, not anybody else, not Jonathan, not Joe, not Lexi. No, not Bumblebee Tuna. No, we have to find out based off of you. So
Who can win
Jonathan.
this, Brian? Who can win this?
Anybody can win this.
12 topics
Anybody
in
can
60
win.
seconds?
Yes, yes.
That's insanity. It
You can make
cannot
it happen.
be done. It cannot be done. And to prove to you it cannot be done, here's Lexi to give it a shot. And prove
Lexi.
to you that it cannot be achieved. All right, Lexi, let's hear it.
All right, Lexi. Let's get real, let's get classy, let's get sassy, and let's get on top of this shit. Here we go, Lexi. It's time for your hot takes. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes, Lexi.
Weekend? Okay. Whoa. I started too early. Beetlejuice opening weekend. I've heard that it's making money, but I've heard there's not enough juice in this movie. Megalopolis bombing. That makes it a doomed Megalopolis, perhaps. Anime reference. Costner determined to continue Horizon movie. Just don't. Bosch, put those platinum spark plugs in your car and it'll go. 9/11 Lone Star. We already talked about that. We don't talk about that again. Rings of Power viewership down. Oh, Lord of the Rings failing. I can't believe it. Chaos season 2. I don't know about it. We talked about that. It sounds fun. Maybe I'll watch it. Batman 2. I'm so excited. I actually just watched this again. I want to watch the sequel. Dave misses Drax family. Wah. Wolfman teaser drops. Don't make Wolfman anymore. Peacock's first live comedy. Comedy on the cock. Arnie Hammer, bro. Go do that again movie, like I said, bud. Eat some people. Ta-da!
Hey, look at that.
You can
5
do it, bud.
seconds to spare.
Got this.
Lexi,
I
you got it.
5 seconds to spare.
Great hot takes, Lexi. Congratulations.
There you go. This is the most unhinged show ever.
Lexi, that was as good. Lexi, that was good as the Taiwan or Taipei Little League team against the American Little League team in the World Finals about a week and a half ago. Yeah, it didn't work out well for you, but we're not going to tell anybody so that you don't get injured.
Hey, I knew some great hot takes.
So what he knows about mass murderers, you know about World Series Little League.
Priorities, bro. Priorities.
We all have our fun.
It's not El Santo.
Why throw the baseball at me if I can put it on the little tee and hit it when I want?
Hit away.
I thought the goal
Swing
was
away.
to win here.
It is. You got to win. You want to win. This
That's
is hot
why
takes.
I go last.
Just gotta
This
have the
isn't your-
hottest takes.
This is not your daddy or mama's hot takes. This is our hot takes here. So,
That's right.
all right. So, Jonathan, you're going to send it over to Joe next, do you think? Or you're going to go last?
I'm definitely going to go last so I can figure out what the hell I wrote on my notes for these hot takes things, so that I wrote them really quickly. So whoever's next,
All right.
best of luck. Here
Let's
we
take it over to
go.
Mr. Joe Clark, everybody. Joe, are you ready for these hot takes? You feeling good, smooth, debonair, and the man of the hour that's going to kick some ass, become the hot take master for this evening?
Do it.
All right, Joe. I believe in you. Here we go. All right, Joe. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Beetlejuice opening weekend. I'm glad it's doing well. It wasn't without its holes, but it was a very good time. Megalopolis, honestly, I really hope this movie's going to be good because I really like the concept. Costner, I'm sorry, Horizon sounds like it was just a bomb. Westerns aren't really in right now, I guess. Bosch Legacy, I don't know if it was a legacy. I never saw it. I heard nothing, so I don't know. 911 Lone Star, kind of the same thing. It's just another procedural. I'm not really losing anything. Rings of Power, second season is, I like it better, but I'm not surprised that nobody's interested. Chaos, I'm going to watch that as soon as I can. That sounds amazing. The Batman 2, I think we're going to find out a lot more about the villains in the Penguin. I think that's something to look forward to. Dave misses the Drax family. Yeah, you ditched him. I don't know what to tell you. Wolfman looks shitty. Live comedy sounds awesome. Army Hammer, quit eating people and you won't be broke.
Very true. Very true. Everybody, and Joe got it too. Great hot takes, Joe. Yeah.
I love the heart.
Please add one more balloon.
Oh, there you
I
go.
thought you did a great job there, Joe. What was that last topic that you had mentioned? The last one, Joe. What was it?
Army Hammer.
Oh, that's what I
Oh, Army
Army. Okay.
Hammer, quit
All right.
eating people and you won't be broke.
Great hot takes,
You
Joe.
need to write, check your
Great hot takes.
I want to know now, Brian, you have given hot take after hot take, and listen, your takes are pretty hot, man. Can you give us a hot take? Because you gave all those stories in probably less than 60 seconds, and you're fast and you're feisty and you're on top of it. But can you do it if you were to participate in the exact game you are in fact hosting? Can you do it?
I have done it before, but the thing is, though, it's not fair. I'm the
Is
host.
he gonna tell me no? Is he about to say no? I can't do it.
Can't
Is
do
that
it.
what he's about to do?
It's like with Pepe. It's like Pepe won't do hot takes either. He's done it like one time. I've done it like
No.
one time too.
Nothing like that. It's like if we said, Pepe, can you take a shit outside? He'd be like, I'm not gonna do that. But we all know he ain't gonna poop inside.
Yeah, he might poop inside. That's all I'm saying. You might do it, Pepe. You do it every once in a while.
There's no Brian hot take coming on here.
Nope. It's your hot take time, Jonathan.
My
It's your
turn?
time. It's your
All
time.
right. All right.
Because Pepe won't do it, right, Pepe?
I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I love that dog. I love
He's
that
not gonna-
dog.
He's not gonna do it. But okay, Jonathan, you got this. I believe in you. Very first time doing hot takes here on Kruse Control. You got this, man. You got this in the
Tell me
bag.
when. Tell me when.
All right, get real, get classy, get sassy, and get sexy, man. Here we go. Whew. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Beetlejuice, duh. Megalopolis, duh. Borscht, who? Corner, he had nothing. Oh, no, not Corner. Costner had nothing to cry about. Rings, well, you beat Sauron. What's next? Chaos, quintessential example of acting. Another Batman, I'm good. Shut up, Dave. Wolfman, shoot your shot. And then the other thing I can't read sounds good. And then Arnie, welcome to the real world. What's the thing I couldn't read? I don't know what I wrote here.
The Peacock.
My time
Live
is
on
out, I
Peacock.
lose. Look, my time is out, I lose. Everybody vote for somebody else. But what is this thing I couldn't read?
You got 22 seconds, man. You got 20 seconds.
What's the thing that came? What's the second to last story, Brian?
Peacock.
Oh, Peacock Live. It's not brand new. We've been watching live on TikTok all the way. It's going to be great. There it is.
Bam. And see, that wasn't bad. All right, great. Hot takes. You made it happen.
Look, I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. Okay.
Great hot takes. Great hot takes.
All I
I'm
did
putting
was
it-
pull my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Okay. I don't
All
know
right.
exactly
Big
what
pun.
I
You need
said.
to
That was
stop.
way
Fair.
too much of a
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta pull your thing down, flip it, and reverse. You gotta do sometimes.
It's one to Rumble win yet.
I'm putting out there to the crowd right now. Please vote. Tell us who you think should win. Hot takes. It's
Oh my
up to you
God,
now.
I forgot they vote on this shit.
The voting's
Oh,
already happening. That's how it goes. Okay, so Joe, since you're the Batman, so Commissioner Gordon here right now, what do you think about the Batman 2 moving forward? Is it ever going to actually come out? Because this thing's been delayed. And who do you think could actually be the villain moving forward?
Well, I think part of the reason it's been getting delayed so much is because the Penguin is going to be the thing that sets it up. They have it kind of preset to do that. So I think however the Penguin ends is going to be how Batman starts. So I'm curious to see what characters they introduce through the Penguin. As far as which one I would prefer that they do, I really liked Nolan's version of Scarecrow. And if he's not going fantastical, I've always thought playing into the psyche of the characters is the most interesting. So I think that would work the best, especially Batman working off of fear and doing that thing. I just think those characters have a really good connection to each other.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they did that. I think that was grounded. It worked really well. Scarecrow, Cillian Murphy was awesome in that role too. There was rumor that Clayface was going to happen for a long time.
Yeah, that's tough one to beat up too. It's too fantastical. If he's not going fantastic, you can't do someone made out of clay. Like,
Yeah.
I've never
I
liked
have a-
him as a Batman villain. He's always thought too strange to me. Like he just seems too complicated for Batman. Like everything's always a psychological thing, and then you got Clayface. And I get that Clayface is a psychological thing in and of itself, but the way that he manifests is just too complicated.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Clayface is the hero of every actor.
Just an
Clayface
act.
is a thespian.
Good
Yeah.
point, Quinn. That'd be great.
That's why I love his interpretation
I mean,
of the Harley Quinn
that-
show.
I don't know what else to say other than
He's great in Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that's
He's
good
one of
joke.
the best
That's
characters.
100%.
Love that bird.
Like he's so good in that. Yeah.
haven't y'all ever watched Batman the Animated Series
Of course,
from
yes,
the
of
90s?
Of course.
That was good stuff right there.
The greatest piece of Batman content ever created.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With what was the guy's name? What was
Bruce
the guy's
Timm?
name?
Bruce Timm?
Bruce
No,
Timm created everything. He's
no.
saying who played,
I'm talking
who
about
played
the voice
Clayface.
of Batman.
Oh.
James
Kevin
Kilroy Conroy.
No,
Yeah.
Kevin
Conroy.
Conroy.
Oh, Kevin Conroy. Yeah.
Kevin- yeah. Yeah.
legend.
The
Rest
the
in peace.
quintessential Batman voice. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody
amazing.
that voices Batman after Kevin Conroy is trying to sound like Kevin Conroy.
I think the new guy that they got for Cape Crusader or whatever
Did a really good job.
He's excellent. He's great. And for the record, you have to sound like Conroy, and I want you to.
Right.
Like that's the voice I want. Like I'm sorry. I don't care.
Right.
Like I'm like, go for it. Like please, like that's
Yeah.
what I expect from it. So I'm like, that's what I want, and that's what I am here for. And if
Yes.
you can pull it off, please, like just do it. Like
Even if it's less than standard, even if it's substandard, not as good as you expect it, it's still wonderful because you're trying, and we know it's not Kevin Conroy, and we respect you for that.
absolutely,
Right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Yeah,
My
you guys are
question-
doing your best at the
He's
character.
not
That
there,
is
but
the
you're
character.
doing the absolute best you can. I accept it. I'm like, it's close enough. It's
Right.
good. And I don't think
Yeah.
that show's bad. I think it's a little slow in spots. Like I had a better expectation. I actually think the '90s one is better, and I thought this would be a little bit better in spots. But
It's
I'm not-
amazing.
Tough one to
It's
beat.
amazing.
It's such a high bar. I think honestly, what would have? I mean, I'm a little biased because I'm
That's
making
that's
a
what I
new
feel
art
like.
for
The bar was
it.
too hard.
But the opening sequence of that show starts tonally how I feel like the rest of the show should be. Like it's all black and white. They have a very gritty style, and then the rest of the show kind of looks very similar to the animated show of the '90s. And I feel like then you can't help
Yeah.
but compare it to that. Whereas
Right.
it could have had its own identity if they kept with that.
Anybody
black
that
and white
doesn't
opening
like that
art
show,
style. I think that would have.
anybody that doesn't
It's
like that
insane.
show also didn't like the way The Sopranos ended
Oh
a
my
couple
god, this
years
is
ago
really a great show.
because they just don't get it.
I don't
I'm
like
also-
Lady Penguin. I think I have a lot of issues with Lady Penguin. I can tell you that
I didn't mind Lady Penguin.
I think
Shoot.
hot. She's just too
What?
hot. And I'm like, the Penguin shouldn't be a hot character. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hot.
Yeah.
I think
Who is saying that? Hold on.
Craziest
All
nose
my
on the
windows
planet.
are
Lady
too small.
Penguin.
I'm so
Lady
sorry.
wow,
Penguin.
Lady
That
Penguin.
was
Wow,
Lexi.
shit, dude. I
Time
thought she was
out.
hot as fuck. Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. Hold on.
Lady Penguin was
I'm
hot.
sorry, I can't see all the windows. Who was it that was holding their hand up saying Lady Penguin was sexy?
I
I'll let you
thought
judge
she
for
was hot
yourself.
as shit.
I don't know who that is. You have to put a hand in the air.
Yeah, me.
How do you not know who that is? It's her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Lexi.
I see it. I see it. Lexi,
Pepe.
you're
Not Brian.
amazing. You're sexy, Lexi as fuck, but you're wrong.
WB, just stop.
I'm saying amazing character interpretation, and I love what they did. But she didn't become sexier, I don't think. She became even more evil because now it
Yeah.
wasn't some guy whose parents had abandoned him or whatever. It was a mother that killed one of her own children because the only thing that
she was
mattered was
evil.
Yeah.
power. There was nothing sexy about that.
Yeah, Queen.
I thought it was hot.
Well, I gotta say, you know what was hot also were these hot takes, everybody. And we do have a winner of hot takes. So I'm gonna close the poll right now. We're gonna find out who our hot take master of this
okay.
evening is. All right. Everybody's serious, feeling good about this.
Do you see the wall behind me, bud?
Should we- Let's see the things that are hot
These are the
behind
things that are hot.
Lexi right here. Anyways, we gotta get serious here for a second. So we do have a winner. Let's put it out there. And our winner for hot takes, everybody, on this Monday. Miss Lexi Koval. Lexi, congratulations!
I voted for her too. I voted for her too.
Don't tell me that. I worked really hard.
It's like, what the hell, man? I'm freaking here too. I'm here too. Lexi wins,
You
as Queen
you
says. Thanks,
said
Queen.
you liked my take. You lied right to my take.
Sorry, brah. I'm on Team Lexi. So
And just because Jonathan's here, and he's asking about me
Fair,
doing hot
fair.
takes. Let me ask Peppy. Peppy, why will you not do hot takes?
I
Tell
don't
us right
want to
now.
embarrass y'all with my hot takes.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah. And go ahead, Jonathan. Ask him when he's gonna do hot takes. Ask him about.
okay,
ask him.
Pepe, I'm a huge fan. I've seen you like once. When are you willing to actually compete? And we all know that means win. Hot takes. When will this happen?
I'll do hot takes when y'all sniff my butt.
Well, step on over, motherfucker. I'm ready.
I was there when he did hot takes. I was on an episode when he did them.
He did it one time.
Smell? How did it smell?
He won.
That's not my question. at
You
all.
don't cut this out. I'm gonna come over to your house and do a little pee-pee on the carpet.
Don't mess with Peppy, man. He's had enough, but he's had enough. Somebody else that's had enough, though, to everybody, is, of course, the original creator of X-Men 97. And he's been fighting Marvel right now, and he's officially filed a lawsuit. So will he win? What's going on in Marvel? Let's talk about this in Kruse Court. All right, you guys have been hearing about this. We talk about it in this show, but attorney Brian Friedman, who's representing Bo, because Bo is the person that was the showrunner for X-Men 97, came forward and seeking a jury trial at the LA Superior Court going against Marvel right now for illegal non-disparagement provision removed from writer's package documents. So they're saying like he was removed unwillfully, unlawfully, and they're trying to fight. Bo DeMeo, he went on his OnlyFans and he had posted a picture of him like Cyclops, and everyone went nuts. They were like, "Oh, this is great." I think it was a great drawing too, but apparently, yeah, yeah. And I think that Marvel like freaked out over this, which I think is again dumb. But he came forward. He said, "Rumors being spread about me online are lies. They're offensive, but more concerning if that they're a smear campaign from Marvel, from Disney, designed to discredit my credibility in order to cover up misconduct stretching from select crew members on X-Men 97 all the way to the top at Marvel Studios." And he went off on a 30-minute video about this, describing how bad it was. But he did say that he got ostracized and he got eliminated from Marvel for being gay, black, and open at Marvel Studios. And that's the real issue at Marvel. So he's finally now. I saw the picture and I thought it was great. It was a great picture. It was I mean, whatever, you know, he's a big X-Men fan. He made himself as Cyclops. He loves Cyclops. He brought one of the best seasons, I think, ever of X-Men 97, the original animated series. He wrote for the second one, the third one, and now are taking his name off as showrunner for all of it. And he said he didn't feel like it was a safe space at Disney, at Marvel, and there are a lot of people who's kind of like trying to discredit him and blackball him from the whole business. He said that's not right. That's why he is moving forward, and he is suing Disney and Marvel. He's calling it near criminal working environments, a toxic environment, and he said they were trying to just like take him down for no reason because he had posted a video and because he was, what he's saying is being being gay and being putting that picture out there, which I think is bullshit. Regardless, if that's what it is, like Marvel, like that's a big case against you. It could really rock Marvel airwaves a lot of ways and really mess up Disney. It's moving forward though, so we have to wait to see what actually happens in the court of law actually. But to me personally, if there's any truth to this is messed up. We know there's been rumors about Disney for a long time, just, it being a wholesome, family-friendly show, and they have an issue with that. You do sign contracts with these people, and these contracts, you do have to fit a certain mold sometimes for their family-friendly dynamic. And maybe that's what this is. Maybe he went outside. There might be more. I did hear a bunch of stuff, too, we talked about on the show, where he was, like, yelling at writers, screaming at people, telling them how to do things, which does happen once in a while. So maybe there's more he's not saying. Maybe there's more they're not saying. We'll have to find out in the court of law. But I will say this again. This is a good move for Disney. Like, you're taking him off this show. X-Men 97 blew everything off the airwaves. Everything they've been doing on Disney Plus has been huge. I love this show. It's so great. You can tell it's an X-Men's fans to make this, and they brought a huge product to the forward that it just rave reviews. You got multiple seasons coming off this. How can Disney fix this and not kill what they've created at X-Men 97? Because I'm really interested to see, and I really want to see more of this, and I hope it doesn't stop this train from moving. Jonathan, what do you think? Can Marvel rectify this to save this product moving forward so that X-Men 97 can keep being what it was, this huge animated series for Disney? Or is this going to cause problems where it's not going to work out?
All right, so I don't know. I'm trying to put my
I'll move you over
where
here.
You can see me. Okay.
I'll move you over here. So you tell me I'm standing right now. What do you feel about this, Jonathan?
I'll tell you. I don't think there's anybody else here, meaning on this panel, live on your show as guests or co-hosts, that have the life experience of being a how did this guy describe himself, a gay black man?
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Okay, well, I believe him, right? I don't think there's anybody else here that has the experience to back that up beyond
Not at all.
me. Beyond
Not at all.
me.
Yeah.
I have a male partner of 13 years. I'm not really a black guy, but I play them in Disney and grocery store commercials. So here's the thing. If he was indeed treated differently, negatively because of his race or his sexuality, then sure, he has a case. But Disney, at least in Florida, has been at the forefront of the fight against those who would persecute people who don't think like the majority, whatever that majority would be. That being said, I think X-Men 97 is an incredible piece of episodic cinema. Listen to what I'm saying here. Episodic cinema with healthy touches of nostalgia. This show is not for somebody who's never seen X-Men before. This show is for the people who love X-Men that came out back slightly after the first Beetlejuice came out. And what we have learned from X-Men and Beetlejuice is if you do it right the first time, you can wait a handful of years before you do it right the second time. I'm not sure that what this gentleman is experiencing is accurate because I wasn't there. But I can tell you this much. The Disney that I know and the Disney that lives near me and has hired me more than a few times recently, they're not persecuting people who are gay or black or people who appreciate the magnificent quality of our cinematic history with this company. I think only the truth and only evidence will say what he's experienced. And you know what? If you don't like it where you're working, you're brilliant. Move on and get paid double somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jonathan. No applause right there.
I don't know.
No, it's true. I'm very happy you came forward and said that
Thank
too,
you,
because
you played the applause, but that was not something I knew about ahead of time. That's really how I feel. You can
Yeah.
fight everybody you want, but what's the best revenge? What's the best trophy? It's moving on to another company and making that other company more money, and you yourself getting more money.
Yep.
Don't
That's
sue
what-
the old company. Make the new company 3 or 4 times as rich as the previous company.
Go over to
how you
DC
win.
and help them. Go to DC and help them make something fucking great. And then all of a
That's
sudden,
how
like,
you
oh shit, what do we let go? And that's what was kind of like crazy again, where I was saying that this X-Men 97 is like blowing up everywhere, and people are raving about how great it is, which I watched it too. And I was a fan of the original series as well. And I was like, what he did with it was so true to the series, but moved it forward in a different direction that was just like so smart, genius, and it really made me want to see more. And now the fact that he's gone, when I knew he was like going to do all 3 seasons, they wanted to do maybe even 5. It's sad. It's sad, and it's like, I can't even imagine. I don't know what he's walking. I don't know his shoes. I don't know what he's gone through. I don't know what he's been through. I have no idea. But I can't imagine this world.
The fans don't care who you love. They care what you love.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about the kind of life you create for yourself. They care about the kind of memories you create for them. And if the executives don't see that, then move on to a production company that does and get more money from that company and shut down the previous. I don't care if it's Marvel, DC, ABC, The Muppet Show, Fraggle Rock, or Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It doesn't matter. Move to where you're appreciated and valued and paid. And that's for all actors. If you feel underappreciated, undervalued, underpaid, ask once, maybe twice, then move on and make them regret
But what
the
if
way
he
they
can't
looked at
do it?
you. What's that?
What was that?
No, somebody asked a question.
Yeah, was that Lexi?
What if they...
That's Joe.
Oh,
I'm saying, what if they can't? If he gets canceled by the Disney or whatever, and makes it basically them kind of doing the thing of, if we can't have him, no one can. We're going to make him look like he's impossible to work with. Then moving on and going to get that job is virtually impossible. So he has to defend
Incorrect.
himself. And so,
Incorrect. You publicize what Disney
no,
is
okay,
saying.
okay, that's
Publicize what Disney is saying about you. Make it, put it out there. And then let other companies decide whether or not they want to hire you. I doubt that and I don't know, I'm saying I doubt that other companies are going to be like, well, Disney said we're going to fire him because not only is he black and gay and complained, but other things.
Like,
Yeah.
Other companies are going to be like, look, if you work here, you can be black, you can be gay, you can be other things, and we'll pay you $250,000 more if you're willing to come work for us.
Yeah.
I think the proper answer to that is one word, two syllables, okay.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
hell
it's
yes,
not-
or
Disney
fuck
isn't-
yeah,
Disney
or whatever.
isn't saying that, like, obviously he is fired because he's black and gay. That's the thing he's saying. They're saying he was fired because of sexual misconduct in the classic,
Yeah.
cancel Me Too movement.
There's-
Which if you see Army Hammer, you could be very successful in your field, and if you fuck up to that degree, you're done.
Is that
And
what
he's
it
trying
said?
to
I
be
couldn't.
done.
I couldn't hear the stream. Did it say he's been a sexual deviant?
They were trying to
Yes.
say that he was doing.
That's what they're saying
Yeah.
about him. So
Yeah,
they're
he was
trying to.
posting-
That's what I mean by they're trying to cancel him and make it to where he can't work in the industry anymore. And
Has
that's where
that
it's
been
like,
proved?
He's apparently
no,
abusive.
it's
that's
not
where
been
the court
proven.
comes up.
Not been
That's
It's
where
not
the court
sexual, but
And
like,
that's
yeah.
where I completely agree with what you were saying, where it's like, I don't know the truth, only evidence. And that's where I applaud you because that is the absolute truth.
Because he had an OnlyFans page.
I
But
know
an
a lot of
OnlyFans-
people that have OnlyFans pages that have never abused somebody
Yeah, it's
No.
true.
other
That's
than
their-
themselves and their dignity.
But they were going after him for that too, being like, that's what they're
Right.
saying, like he was doing a
They're
bunch of
using it as fuel.
sexual misconduct through that OnlyFans page, and that's why they let him go. And they were also saying
And he
that
said
he was,
he has the receipt.
yeah,
Like, I'm
Here's
curious
the
to
thing.
see what that evidence is. Sounds like he's
Me
got
too.
some stuff, so I want to see what he's got. Like,
I would like to. Well, careful how you
I
word
mean,
that.
I phrased that wrong.
My thing is this. If he in fact abused people, I don't care of their age, gender, identity, whatever. If he abused people, then he deserves to face that in court. But that has nothing to do with his artistry.
no,
Okay, so persecute him on his, what do you want to call this? Well, abusiveness, his crimes. And if he's found guilty, so be it. That is our system. But if he's not, or if it never goes to trial, and no real, when I say real victims, I mean nobody has stepped up, and I don't know this story. I'm hearing about it right now for the first time. But if nobody's stepping up and saying this is exactly what happened, and then people investigate that, whatever, right? If he's cleared, then he should be allowed to continue creating great work.
Absolutely. He's
That's
so
how I
talented.
feel.
Crazy.
100%. That's what it's like. That's why it's a sad day for, like, again, for people that are fans of the show and are also
Yeah.
excited about where it's going to go and what they've been doing with it already, and like what he's created and just brought this back to life. But if these allegations are true, then of course you got to take this guy down. But
And
it's
this
just-
is super serious. This is super
It's super
serious,
serious.
and I appreciate it. But the one
Yeah.
thing I'll never understand is why was Halle Berry cast as Storm in X-Men when we had RuPaul, who could be the 90s Storm in X-Men perfectly. It's like they knew.
I have no arguments.
It's like they
No arguments.
knew what RuPaul was growing into. That's not even a gay thing, y'all. That's not any of that. Okay? That's
Yeah.
just saying, look at it. Look. Who would
Okay.
play Storm better than RuPaul with the big old wig and the silver outfit? And here's the thing: every time Storm, this is why Storm is the gayest character on X-Men, and I mean that with respect, because everybody else can do what they do silently, right? Jean Grey can just be like, "Mm," and then she falls, oh, Scott, right? Cyclops can be like, whoa, I don't like that. Boom. You're a Wolverine. There you go, bub. Like, but that's silent. That can be internal. Storm is the only one when they're all sneaking up on Magneto. right? Storm is the only one that's like, winds from the north. And they're all like, shut up, Storm. We're trying to sneak up on Magneto. Shut the fuck up. And she doesn't. She's like, tornadoes, encapsulate them. It's like, Storm, we had a whole plan, Storm. We were going to sneak up and do this thing. And now that you're yelling, we can do none of it. So we're just going to fly around and blow shit up. Storm should have been RuPaul, because RuPaul doesn't do anything without announcing it, just like Storm. Arctic winds, freeze them. Shut the fuck up. We're sneaking up on Magneto.
It's like
Storm.
you can't whisper to the sky and it's not like, Storm,
There's no whispering.
Can you please come down and give us some lightning if you have the time?
Right. Jubilee reaches her hands out. Okay? That's what she does. Cyclops really just touches his temple.
And calls it a day.
Goes, he clenches his sphincter and claws pop out. But Storm has to tell everybody what she's doing. You know? Rivers from the west. It's like, why do you have to say that? Is this really your power? Can't you just and all the water runs in? Nope, can't do it. You have to announce it. That's how we know Storm is actually a man in a really expensive wig. And it should be RuPaul. That's my time, folks.
It'd be great. Maybe a different multiverse universe that happened. Lexi, what do you think about this? Do you think that X-Men 97 will be able to continue forward regardless of this whole allegations and everything moving forward, and find a way to make this next season and moving forward be as fantastic as the first season will be?
Well, as someone who slept with gay men and has an OnlyFans, I feel like I'm an expert on this.
Hold on, there's too much going on there. What?
No. I don't know what you're gonna do about Disney. Like seriously. Like it's corporation at the end of the day. And like we can have that conversation that we want, but they hold too many keys, too many powers. It's like what they want is what they're gonna get, right? At the end of the day. Like when they own 20% of all media in the world, when they own what they do, it's what it is, right? Like there's not a whole lot of discussion about if this guy can win this or not when he's going up against Disney in this day and age. And they're trying to flip, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's this thing that people are doing right now with, like, higher position, like, corporations and stuff. Like, we look at inclusion and we're like, oh, we're working towards having inclusion in our world. We're looking towards having, you know, people accept everybody and everybody working together and everybody accepting everybody and trying to make the world a better place. And so a corporation goes, how can I alienate you and fuck with you and take that and work it against you? How can I, you know, flip the woke mob against you and all that kind of stuff? And so there's this narrative that they'll use where they'll go, well, I don't really want them there, but I'm not going to use that as why I don't want you there. So it's the same as, like, you know, other states and why those states are using drag to pass laws to stop trans people from existing, right? Like, oh, well, we're going to stop drag story hour. It's not about drag story hour, it's about trans people. But they're going to use drag queens to pass laws to let you know, trans people exist because these laws directly affect trans people, but they can't say trans people because whatever. It's the same deal, you know what I mean? With Disney and all this kind of stuff. It's the same stuff. Like, it goes to, they can't directly say, oh, we don't want him here because he's gay and he's this. He's gay and he's black, right? Well, we don't want him here for those reasons. So it's because of this and because of this and because of this. And we hold the keys and we hold the power, and we have enough lawyers and we have enough, you know, people behind it, and we have enough media power and we have enough media presence, and we own enough things and we own enough stuff that it's not going to matter what you say, because we own enough things to stop it. We have the power of Taylor Swift's fan base times 10,000. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to win this one. And so what we want at the end of the day is how it's going to go when there is the internet and things move so quickly, and things can be put out so quickly, and things can be, it's not like it was back in the day. There was a pause between stuff. There's no pause anymore. And when you hold all the cards, one person doesn't have any power. And it doesn't matter how many little people are behind them, like, the big dog's going to bite down, they're going to bite down.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen to him if this is true, though, Lexi. I do hope, like, I understand where you're going from this, but I hope that the system works. If this is, like, that they went against him and they're saying these things and they're not true, I would hope that the system would work.
On the other side of it, if what he did is true, then he deserves to lose his positions.
Yeah.
And I will say that, 100%. Too. Like,
no matter his sexuality or the color of his skin, if what he did was against the law or against company policy, then he deserves to lose his job and all revenue and things that company has made, right?
What's exhausting is hearing about garbage people treating workers terrible all the time in these workplaces. It's exhausting to sit here every day and hear about terrible work conditions. It's exhausting to sit here every day and hear about terrible work conditions on film sets. Oh, hearing about how terrible this guy was to his staff. Watching specials about, the sets of Nickelodeon. Watching specials about this. Watching specials about how shitty working on this was. Working on this was so shitty. Working on this was so shitty. Sucks. Like, genuinely, like, why do we even want to work in this industry? Half the time, like,
because
seriously,
we love the business.
We do love the business. We're here because we love it. Because let me tell you, it doesn't treat you well. It certainly doesn't, and it certainly doesn't act like it wants you there.
There you go. It acts like it doesn't want you there. So you as a talent, and if anybody who's an actor or a talent is watching, this is something I'm not just saying here now. I say this to all of my clients. This is how I make a living. I'll tell you right now. They're always going to treat you like you are the least valuable asset on that production. You are an asset, but you're an asset that can go sit over there until we're ready for you. Or you're an asset that can go.
Call you when we're ready.
You're right.
Right. And here's what I tell my clients, and this is how I negotiate on behalf of all of them, and how we have made considerable money. The thing that you do, I'm serious. I'm not even being funny. I'm not even being funny. You can ask Brian, like, we have had conversations.
We've had some conversations. Good. Great conversations.
The thing that you do, let's say you're an actor, you're a talent. I don't care if it's commercial, if it's film, if it's musical theater or ballet. It doesn't matter. What you do, the producers can't do. That's why they're looking for people who can do it. So when you step up to the plate, don't just swing right away. You talk to them and you say, hey, I went to college for this. I sacrificed whatever you want to call it, stability, financial security for this. And yet somehow I've gotten to this point. If you're telling me you're going to pay me $150 a day or whatever, no, screw you. I have my rates. I'm an independent contractor. I don't work for you. I have my own company. I'm an independent contractor. This is my day rate. Yeah. If you can't afford that, well, that's fine. We all start somewhere. Better luck in the future as you progress upon your journey into this industry, because it's tough. But if you're telling me you're a professional person and you work for a professional company, therefore I will think to myself, right? 1 and 1 is 2. You pay professional wages. Do not expect or accept less than what you say you are worth. And you can be wrong and be told no. That's fine. It's better to be told no because they can't afford you versus no because they don't value you. Now that's different than the gentleman we're talking about at Disney. If
Yeah.
you break the rules, well, that you
You're
no
done.
longer get to participate in the next steps
you're
of this.
Yeah, that's it. You screwed yourself by doing that. There's certain patterns you have to follow. There's certain rules you have to follow. There's certain things you agree upon when you sign that contract and you show up at work. So if you did that,
The
then he has to go.
life is tough. Life in this industry is impossibly tough. But if you want to make money, there are a couple of rules you got to follow. One, don't be a dick. Two, don't
be a
show anyone your dick. And three, treat everybody the way you want to be treated. If you can do those three simple things, and by treat I also mean pay, if you can do that, you might be okay. Might. And if might doesn't sound promising
Unless
enough
the way
for
you like to
you,
be treated is with unsolicited.
one more time, what's that?
Sorry, I
What,
said,
Joe?
unless the way
You
you
chopped
like
up.
to be treated is with unsolicited dick pics, then don't treat people the way you like to be treated.
Yes.
That's the
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Because
Yes.
because if
That's a
that's
whole
what
different
you, if
conversation
that's
right
what you like, then you're in the right industry. Right? Stick around.
I know.
We got puppet shows and episodics and 5 or 6 series.
I like that, but you know.
But stick around. There's a lot more happening on Kruse Control. We got a lot more to talk about it. I know, Joe, you might have to bounce soon, right? So if you have to go, let me know.
I
I know
have
we're-
to go. Yeah, I have to
I
go
know
right
we're-
now. I'm hosting karaoke. We were talking karaoke earlier. That's where I have to go
Yeah.
right now. That is my other job. Speaking of Army Hammer having side jobs and all that,
We're
that's
going-
mine. Where I'm going right now.
Well, I appreciate you being here, Joe. Sorry you don't get to talk about the Xenomorph, so we do that right now. Oh, man.
Oh,
Oh,
But-
yeah. Oh, and before I go though, can I do the little plug or whatever real
Yes,
quick
man.
for my
Get it.
short film? So
Get
go
it.
on Indiegogo and check out Gotham's Royale. It's a new independent project that I've done for the first time myself. 1940s Batman noir. If you like James Bond, you like Batman and film noir, it's going to be an awesome thing. Go check it out.
Say it one more time. More. Say it again.
It's called Gotham's Royale on Indiegogo. You can Google it. You can go to Indiegogo and just search for Gotham's Royale, and I'll be the first one to come up. You'll see this mug pretending to be Commissioner Gordon, and I will wow you with an APB on trying to get funding.
Oh my God, you weren't joking when you joined tonight in the beginning and said this is what I was doing.
He's making it happen. It's real.
That
Real
is
life.
for real.
I'm
for real.
donating right now.
Bam. Look at that.
Yes, thank you so much. Oh, I'd love to hear that. Thank you.
I just have to
Fantastic.
start.
All right,
I have to
well, I'm gonna
start
go-
my account, but I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Joe, thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you. We are running a little bit late, so yes, thank you for being here, and we'll have to talk again soon, man.
They'll
Enjoy the
sing their song.
karaoke.
They'll get drunk. They'll be fine. Thank you.
All right, take care, Joe. Thank you.
glad as you can.
Oh yeah, we'll do.
Yeah. And Thirsty Daddy, if you're out there, I sent you a link. You can pop in right now and join us. But we got more going on, and there's also a little idea of the Xenomorphs and Marvel maybe going against each other. Let's how about that in Comic Corner? Come on. So Marvel brought this little thing out, a new 4-part issue, limited series that came out. It was the Xenomorphs versus the Avengers. And it's like, what, we have Aliens versus Avengers? And they've done some before, Predator versus Avengers, and Predators versus Marvel. This is crazy, though. This idea is pretty awesome, if you ask me, but Jonathan Hickman and artist Azad Rabik came forward and did this 4-episode series, and it sounds pretty awesome. An older Avengers series, grittier team Avengers who are trying to get back the Earth because the aliens crashed down and took it over. So the Xenomorphs are in a space station laboratory above the Earth before sending off to other planets. They crash down on Earth, and they take it over. When 4 ships transporting xenomorphs arrive on Earth, the aliens successfully conquer the entire planet within a year, and there's nothing the Avengers can do about this at all. So then they have to rise back up. So the xenomorphs have already conquered the planet. Fan favorite Avengers like the Hulk, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, they're all grown in this hellish apocalyptic world. They're trying to fight back to save humanity. And there's like a huge infestation. This is some crazy stuff. I heard this, like Lexi was telling me about it. I'm like, is this even a real thing? There's like a city where the Avengers are trying to regroup and come back together and steal like a face hugger egg and plans to create a xenomorph killing virus and the ultimate goal of weaponizing symbiotes against the alien nightmares. It's aliens versus aliens, but you have the symbiote from Spider-Man fighting them in order to take back the world and destroy the alien life forms. To me, this is pretty freaking insane. I love the idea of it. I'm like, if we could actually get aliens versus xenomorphs and make this an actual like project, I would be all about this. It'd be pretty freaking awesome. But I don't think Marvel would do this, honestly. I don't think Marvel would do this. Maybe they would, but I have a feeling that they might just be like, no, that's not for us. That's too expensive. But if we're already going from, the Secret Wars thing with all these different characters, we're already going to this big world. Why can't we do
Secret
aliens?
Wars? This is the Secret War I want.
But could we see this actually happening? Like, Lexi, would you actually see them? Because you brought this to my attention. You think that Marvel would actually make this movie or make this project or even a series based off this? Because we are doing Secret Wars already, again, which is about this post-apocalyptic world. Would they want to incorporate, like, aliens into this, too? Oh, the Thirsty Daddy's here, by the way, too.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
The Thirsty
It's a
Daddy
great
is here.
question. Brian, you asked an amazing question. Lexi, please answer it soon. But who is that? Is that the guy I voted for? Is that the guy I voted for like 2 or 3 shows ago? Yeah, GR. Is that GR? Oh my God.
Good and ready.
The parched Papa himself.
The
I don't
parched
get
Papa.
starstruck. I don't get starstruck. I'm peeing myself a little bit right now.
GR, welcome to the program, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm cracking up at him. Don't pee your pants on live shows.
You won't see it. You won't see it.
Good. Don't stand up, please.
Pajama pants on the bottom, cardigan and dress shirt on top.
Thirsty Daddy won't like that. Thirsty Daddy does not want that at all.
I'm sorry. Why are you calling him Thirsty Daddy? His name is GR. Where does the Thirsty Daddy come into play? And also, well done, sir.
It became a thing.
On the Friday night drinking show.
Yeah, the Friday night drinking.
That
we
doesn't
started
explain it. That doesn't explain it.
There's this whole thing of like Pedro Pascal where they were calling him like Daddy something, and I said like he's like a thirsty daddy like GR. It just kind of came out, and then GR became the Thirsty Daddy from that point forward. So, yeah.
In other words, Brian's fault. Got it.
It's Brian's fault.
I see the chat is talking about it, and I have to bring it up that I have it here. Superman versus the Alien.
Well done.
And I also have Batman versus the Predator.
Within grasp. Within grasp.
See, that's awesome.
And then Batman, he versus the Alien too.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Brian!
And then-
ask for something else.
and
Ask for
then-
something else.
It gets even hotter because they fucking both fought them. Look at that. Batman and Predator fought Batman and Superman. Look at that. That's insane. Now look, they were doing this shit in the 90s. Now I want to say something. Superman was the first one to fight the alien. Superman was the first.
Alien
He's
versus Alien.
Brian,
He's
take
the
my
starter
ex-wife off
of
the
this.
screen, would you?
And
What?
like,
Take my ex-wife off the screen.
Stop
like,
it! Stop it!
That's
Thank
because
you,
Dark
Brian.
Horse used to own Alien and Predator. So when Dark Horse had like the crossover stuff, like Dark Horse was part of DC, right? That was their scary shit comic division. So that's where they put like
DH.
Evil Dead comics, and they would like put out like the Alien comics and Predator comics, any kind of horror based comics, any sort of like fantasy comics, Conan the Barbarian, that kind of stuff. That was all under the Dark Horse label. So every once in a while, Dark Horse would get a little crazy, and they kind of do some crossover shit with like DC, and so you get like really weird crossovers back in the 90s because they just were like bold back in the day with like stuff like that, and so that's when you started getting things like that. But I never would have thought that like in today's world that I would ever see a Marvel Alien crossover. Like this is not something I could have possibly imagined. And I don't remember what I was looking for. I think I was looking for something else. And this just popped up. And I was like, no, this can't possibly be real. And then I started looking at it, and I'm like, this is coming out like this month. This is a whole new thing. It's like, I think the first issue has dropped like the last like couple weeks or whatever. So this is brand new. This is just now ongoing and what have you. And I can't help but think that Disney is totally trying to cash in on the movie that just dropped. And they're going, how can we possibly stick as many of our franchises together as possible? Because, I mean, they own Fox, so they own Predator, and they own the Alien.
They own all,
They own all of Marvel, and their big thing right now is franchise cramming. So they love cramming franchises together as much as they possibly can. And so I think maybe they looked back at the Alien Superman kind of stuff, and they were like, well, we could try this. We could do this, right? I think it works well with Predator. Like, I saw that they have Black Panther fighting Predator. I think that's a fantastic idea. I would love to read that. That's a great one-on-one battle. I think that's like a good, because it's balanced, right? Like, I think that they're equal. I also think Batman is a really good like Predator fight. I think that's a really, really solid like one-on-one.
That makes sense to me.
Right, but like, and I think like the Wolverine Predator one-on-one, I think that's a great fight too. Like, I definitely want to see that. Like, I think there's some real solid like ideas to have the Predators do one-on-one fights. But I don't know about this. Like, when I showed you the thing, like, okay, like I've been watching little clips online about what they're doing with this comic, because I don't necessarily know if I want to go out and invest money in it, but I definitely want.
Oh, come on! Yes, let's do it. Come on, Lexi.
If they put out an omnibus, I will absolutely buy the omnibus, but I'm not buying the individualized issues. That's too much money to invest. But I do want to read it. I'm not going to lie. But what I'm seeing, I mean, these are great. Those are all those are special covers. They're just making out right now. Like, so they put a special cover out for every one of the hero issues. So every single hero has a special Aliens conversion cover right now, which are great. They're all great. And they also have a lot of Predator ones too for all of the other ones. Those are so solid. Like, all the art is great, and every one has a different art style. Like, some of them have like some of those old school 90s traditional art styles. Some of them are really modern, but they've all got really, really great art, which is a shame because the comics art is terrible. Have you seen the art in the comic? It's really almost like it's got this watercolor kind of quality to it. I'm not big on it at all. Like, I'm really not here for it. Like, it's not bad. It's just like, you can tell somebody did it on a computer, if that makes sense. I don't know. It just doesn't feel great to me.
Doesn't feel like someone actually drew it out. It doesn't feel like you actually have a piece of paper there and you're actually putting something on the page.
I mean, I know everything's done on a computer nowadays, and I'm not mad at that, like, at all in any way.
That's the world.
So I'm not. That's not a complaint, but there's a way to do things on a computer and give it a more, raw or authentic style. And there's something about when digital art is created and it feels digital. Do you know what I mean? And there's something about the way that they're doing this that it feels digital. And when I'm talking about the cash grab idea of it, that also feels like a rush. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you think about when Romulus came out, do you think that they were processing this on long term, or do you think somebody was like, hey, what about this? Because I brought up Marvel Zombies before, and I think that this has very similar ideas to the Marvel Zombie stuff.
Love that series.
And I think Marvel Zombies is one of the goofiest things I've ever read. Like,
I loved every second of it.
It's raw, visceral zombies running around eating each other, and there's no real story or plot to it.
Oh, no.
And I was like,
that was the wrong thing for me to say. Okay, keep going.
I hope it's like, and then they had Ash versus the well, okay, how about this? If we're gonna have Ash and the Marvel Zombies, why can't we bring Ash into this too? Because apparently
we should bring freaking Ash into this shit.
Ash and the Predator and the Aliens and all the Marvel characters, and they're all just gonna fight everybody in this.
Market share back, Lexi. That's what it's all about.
And then the Transformers will show up, and then
Castle
Grayskull. And the Transmorphers will be there too.
I don't know if you're making fun or just teasing me, but I'm loving everything you're saying.
It all sounds fantastic.
Bring them all in.
And then fucking She-Ra shows up, and like, oh yeah, here we go. And then Jason, the Wild Wheelers are here.
Yes, and how about the Harlem Globetrotters and
Of
Space
course.
Ghost and David
And,
Letterman with his beard and the Kiss cartoon
and what was
and
I like what you
and,
said.
and Hammerman.
yes, and the Jetsons
Throw them all in there. Watch
just
out for the
and the
Flintstones too. Put them
Flintstone
there.
kids.
Yeah, they gotta be there.
You know,
the
seriously,
Flintstone
like,
kids, the
Oh,
Flintstone
the-
kids.
there's a
That was a
Marvel-
Bam, bam.
Warner Brothers recently put out a game that's like Smash Brothers, where it's just a Smash Brawl game, and it literally has Jason and like all the characters from Cartoon Network,
Universal.
and like all this kind of stuff, just like that, all just tossed into this game, and it sounds like exactly what we're talking about. And it's like, at what point do you stop just cramming franchises into things? Because everybody's been very critical of that game that I'm talking about, like, where there's too many things crammed together. And I'm not mad at this. Like, I've kind of gone off the wheel because I was excited to talk about this.
I know. I'm gonna get to the
But also,
Xenomorph
like,
talk.
but like, okay, like I showed you that thing with like the Miles Morales thing. Okay, first of all, I didn't know Miles Morales had a symbiote suit, but it's like the facehugger goes to attack Miles Morales and facehuggers him, and then the symbiote lands on the facehugger, and then the facehugger and the symbiote fuse together, and then the symbiote climbs back on Miles Morales, and then Miles Morales becomes facehugger Spider-Man, and I'm like, this is the goofiest thing I've
Like, what is
ever
happening?
Well, hold
read
on.
in
Are you
my
saying?
entire- I'm not
Lexi,
making any of this up.
But Lexi, are you saying that's too much for you? And
I
other
don't-
stories, but hold on, other stories
I'm all about it.
such as
I-
four teenagers who are innocent and just friends living in this nice valley in California, they
things.
get hit with these
I'm in that
dinosaur
valley, we
coins
don't
or
do
whatever, and they talk to the floating head in the tube,
And
and they
attitude.
become the Power Rangers. Like that story that you described
I
is
don't
no
like
more
Power Rangers.
bizarre than an orphan who's had his parents murdered in front of him, so he dresses as a bat to elicit fear in criminals, and he flies around. Like that story is no crazier than
Can you
any other
believe that?
story. What's
I just think it's so
important?
like I just like, I'm like, they have Wayland Yutani here working with the Fantastic Four. I'm like, who the fuck put this together? Like,
Doesn't
I'm just-
matter.
It's
so
What's
fantastic.
important is, can they make the story work?
well,
Are
first
you
of all,
seeing value in the story?
there's
Okay,
four-
Brian wants me to stop.
Yeah.
Go, Brian. Go.
No,
Go.
I'm just saying, like Queen saying stuff too. People are saying in this chat, like Venom for Xenomorph. There's a lot of storylines here. Can they make it work, Jonathan? You're right. Can
They
they
have
actually
a
find a
Venom fight with
narrative
Xenomorph.
that can make this into a movie where they're not being too much and too many things and too many factors?
No,
Is it the
they
fact
have
that we
to
do?
make a TV show.
What is too much? Superman was a baby
What the
alien
whole
whose
thing is too
planet
much.
was going to be destroyed, so his parents sent him in a little thing, and he crashed in Kansas. Like, what is too much?
I'm just saying, like, to make a storyline that can all make sense. It has to be a show. I don't think they can do this as a movie. I think it'd be too much. You're talking like it has to be a trilogy at this
Absolutely
point.
not. No movie.
Or,
There's no movie.
or
yet.
could they?
I'm
Or
saying
could they
connect
make a?
everything.
Could they
Just
make a
connect
show
everything.
and then bleed into a movie? Could they do that? That
animated
might work.
series. The only way you could do it is animated series, because the
I want
budget
real
that
life.
you would need.
I want real life though.
No, the only way you could do it, because the budget would be so high for it, the amount of people that you would need for this is insane. The scale of this, it's interplanetary, so it goes through like Earth and like I think 4 to 6 other planets. It's got 4 queens just on Earth, and then these aliens are bursting out of superheroes and becoming superhero-based aliens.
Go
you're
for
gonna
it.
have to
I hung
build
out with 4
superhero-based
queens
aliens.
2 nights
sorry,
ago.
guys, that's
You
not-
can get 4 queens, okay? You can get 4 queens.
I like
I'm
Queens.
telling
So
you,
pick on the Queens.
Easily.
it comes down to not how much will it cost. That is not the issue with Marvel. It's not how much will it cost.
I'd
Or
rather
even
watch X-Men
DC.
versus
I
Predator.
Or
disagree.
even
It
DC.
Marvel
The answer,
does-
well, the question is not how much will it cost, but how much will it make?
I think too with this story, I think what you're going to learn is, because predators are involved here too.
Teach me.
So predators are going to eventually show up as well, because the only way that you're ever going to be able to take care of all of this with the superheroes, because these aliens are infecting superheroes and getting superhero powers as well, you're going to need the predators as well. So you're going to need the predators, the superheroes that are left, to fight these aliens. So the Predators and the superheroes are all going to have to team up. And so if they're dealing with multi-planets, you're probably looking at like a full-scale Predator-based war with like the superheroes from Earth working with them. This is going to be like huge scale. I think this is going to be like one of like the thing.
I love what you're saying.
I want all of it.
Nothing
All
you
these
said.
superheroes, you only
has-
need one to beat them all.
Yes,
You
sir.
only need Superman because he's invulnerable.
That's
Yeah,
not
but
true.
the aliens kicked his ass
Oh.
because he needs the sun.
Well,
He doesn't
in
have
the
the sun.
comics, but the Superman that I grew up with,
What you gonna do
Take
without
that
the
guy
sun,
with
You grew
GR?
up with like
What you gonna do without the sun?
Superman. He's bullshit. He fired a tiny Superman out of his hand. That's bullshit. Like that Superman. That Superman's
girl,
unfair.
you weren't even alive when I was reading Superman.
But she's right, GR. Superman ain't got nothing
Superman would just-
without the sun.
But if they're on Earth though, maybe this
Hey,
maybe this is the
we're
big
not on
crossover we need.
Krypton, we're on Earth, and
We need DC and Marvel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This
Silly
idiot
me.
tried to talk to an alien in this.
Hold
He
on.
tried to have a
I'm not gonna just
conversation
kill him.
with it.
Yeah.
Silly
He
me.
He
So
tried to
when-
reason with it.
when we're on the Earth and there are aliens coming in and Batman is being played by 8 or 9 superheroes within 15 years. I don't know. Maybe I'm skipping on to the next story. I don't know. But all of this is happening at the same time. But Superman is fine because we're on the Earth and he's got the sun. Like
Because we're on the Earth.
You can write the story to be whatever you want, and that is what comic life, superhero, that's what it's about. It's not just how they overcome whatever adversity that is being drawn. It's that any solution can be drawn.
I will say this. They
Anything
did say that they can't
can
use
be drawn
magic.
because there will always be a winner, and that winner will always be the good guy, unless it's one of those series where the bad guy wins.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How do you? They said literally in the comic that they can't use magic on them, and I'm like, that's so bullshit. How can you not use fucking magic on an alien? Because like, I don't get
You
that.
know,
Like, I don't
why they
get
say
any of
that? I'll tell you why they say that. Because people like you and me will buy that comic to see how they did it, and then they use magic, and we go, "That's not true." But they realize that
You said no magic.
they took
got-
our $2.99 for that comic, so they
Magic
win,
defies
we
everything.
lose, and we love it.
But magic defies everything. Like, it defies all logic and reason. So like, if you're using magic, like it shouldn't matter. Like
I can sum it up with
all
one
shows
phrase,
have
and that is, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" And that's
We'll all
that's
take it.
how
Well,
it is.
well, the louds are,
or hit me, baby, one more time. Whatever you want to say, you're asking for more.
Okay, take
You
it from
know
where?
it's bad. You want more.
Oh, I
and
absolutely
that's how
want
they
more.
make
Lisa.
money.
I
Yeah.
want more of this for sure. This is the
It's
most.
like going to Little Caesars.
Okay.
It's like going to Little Caesars. You know the last time you went there, it was awful. You're going to go there again, what, thinking it's going to be better? No. You know exactly
the
what it's
same.
going to be.
No, it's worse than that. It's like going to one of those weird bars where you got to watch people.
okay.
What, you watch people? What are you
exactly what
talking
you
about?
mean.
What kind of bars you go into?
Hold on.
What?
Hold on, Brian. Hold on. Lexi.
I have not heard this.
I know exactly what you mean. You don't go there for the drinks. You don't go there for the discounts. You don't go there because the parking is great. You go there because we're going to look at people whose lives are more fucked up than ours. We're going to look at people that remind
Yeah.
us why we're drinking in the first
That's why I
place.
go to dive bars.
Oh,
Lexi,
boy.
where are you? We need to go out. We'll get arrested. We'll get arrested, but we
Crazy
need to
shit.
go out.
That's after
okay.
hours on Cruise Control. But this whole thing, though, is again comic book
Okay, guys, let Brian talk.
speculation. There's a lot happening here. They could do as a series movie. It's on Earth, so again, we have the Superman thing. He could be in this. Maybe this is the idea where we finally bring Marvel and DC together, GR, to fight these aliens. Maybe that's a threat. It's that big to make this happen. Is that possible? And you think there's any world, any universe that this could actually come true on the big screen for Marvel to actually fight Xenomorphs? It just seems crazy to me.
They don't have the money to make it or to get the stars to pay. So it's got.
Who doesn't have
comes
the
down
money,
to bottom
GR?
line. Jonathan, my turn.
Yes,
You
sir.
had one.
Go ahead. No, you're 100% right. Go
It
ahead,
comes
sir.
down to, could we afford the stars to make it, and how much
Yeah.
money will it make, as Jonathan said earlier. So it comes down to, no, it's not going to happen. They don't have that kind of money. They're not going to put $5 billion into something that's going to make a couple $100 million.
Well, GR, do you think it's GR, do you think it's like the special effects of it all too, like the aliens, making the aliens, and doing the superpowers, and bringing it all on Earth, and destroying things and making it post-apocalyptic? As you're saying, budget be like way ballooned out for this actually to happen.
That budget would be to Mars and back.
Yeah,
That's an Avatar
I guess
budget
that
right
budget
there.
would be in the hundreds of
maybe
millions.
James Cameron needs to make it. GR, maybe that's the
Oh!
version there. We need
Can
James
he make
Cameron
this?
to make
Well,
this because he
I
knows how to
want
do
that.
it.
in the ocean right next to the Titanic. How's that?
It'd be Marvel and DC for
The
Xenomorphs
aliens
and
destroy Atlantis. So that's a whole thing he could do. He could destroy Atlantis with aliens. He likes water. He likes aliens.
Jonathan's not sure about this. He's like,
There
it's
you
getting too
go.
far.
You've
yet.
already got helicopter drones on Mars. You're saying it'd be to Mars and back. We have sent things to Mars and back.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah, but the
think
budget
it's going.
wouldn't
But
make it.
could. It
It
could.
could happen. It could happen.
They,
You know,
could,
100%.
they could see
You
the
like to bet
value.
on that, Brian?
I'll bet with you, GR. You want to put $100 on it right now? I'll do it
Yeah.
right now. $100 right now. Because I'll tell you, I don't even know what you're betting on. I just think it's fun and it's good. It's good streaming to bet.
Brian, let's
something,
get back to the show.
right.
Peppy, Peppy, I make that bet, man.
Hey.
Come on, man.
Why you looking at me like that?
No, Peppy.
No,
Peppy.
no on Peppy.
Why you looking at me like that?
Yes, he's not.
I think it
Hey.
doesn't matter.
Why you looking at me like that?
It doesn't matter what the premise is. If Marvel or whoever the powers that be are, if they think there's a profit to be made from that story, I think they'll do it. And I think that is the one thing after all of this. All right, we've looked at all these things that are being canceled, blah, blah, blah. That's the one thing we know is that there's still value in a great story.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work, but you know what? Studios are willing to invest in it.
Lexi's all about it.
I can't see that from here, so I don't know what that comment says.
She's got
But-
the Xenomorph. She's so
Whether it's Xenomorphs versus Power Rangers or Ronald McDonald versus Batman, I don't know. But there are people who maybe they don't know any more than you and me, but they have a position, a job that allows them, requires them
Bringing Ronald
to
McDonald, I want
invest
Colonel
money.
Sanders there, too.
Oh, could
To
Ronald
invest
be part of
money
this?
into stories. That is what our industry is. We are not just filmmakers, actors, and talent. We are storytellers. And if one
Yes.
storyteller says, and the one that has a lot of money says, I want to put money into this story, then
they're gonna put money into that story.
I'm not going to be mad at them for that.
Yeah. I think this would be a great thing, and I think this is a good opportunity. And again, they might be testing the waters by putting this comic out there, see what people think. As Lexi said, they have all the rights to these characters. Like, why not make a crazy matchup? And you know, honestly, what are we gonna do after Secret Wars? What are we gonna do? They don't have an idea probably yet. Maybe this is the next best route. We keep this whole battle world they're building towards, because they are building towards battle world. Doom will win that first movie. We already know, guys. Doom will win. We'll get battle world. That's already a big rumor. We're gonna have all these
How
movies
many
taking place on battle world.
Avengers? How many Avengers movies have we had? We're running out of things to talk
Right.
about and to tell. We've had more Avengers movies than we have fingers on our left hand.
They've
Right?
invested
We've had
a
more
lot
Lord of
into-
the Rings than there are bases on a baseball diamond. So then we get something like Beetlejuice, this movie, where they did it right the first time.
Yeah.
Those
40
cover
years
variants,
ago.
though, that they've
And they're
invested
doing-
in,
Go
I
ahead.
still think the new Beetlejuice is fun.
they
I
spent
think
a
it's
ton
great.
on those.
It was.
Those alien cover variants that they've done, though, they've spent a ton on those. I think they're expecting like this to be
She ain't
bigger
like
than
no
it
old
is.
aliens. She's
Do you,
No,
do you get
seriously,
what I'm
that's-
saying, though? Do you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying? In this culture, in our society, getting something every single year or every single quarter has become the
Normality.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we get something that is quality over quantity, when we get something that hasn't been done ever, yeah,
don't make
sure,
it.
it seems crazy because it's not like the thing we saw a month ago or the month before that or the month before that. But if it's unique enough to get our interest, to make us on this show talk about
it.
then maybe there's something there. And when you've got millions of dollars, which what that really means, millions of dollars doesn't just mean we're sitting on this, we're rich and powerful. It means all the people that work for us, they're paying their mortgages, putting their kids through school. They're shopping in their local stores because those employees work at this studio. We're creating a story that we think will bring in more money to support those people and at the same time support what we're putting out there. So I feel like, it is their job to come up with the crazy, the insane. Look at superheroes. Look at Hal Jordan. He's a member of the Green Lantern Society, that is this intergalactic guardianship of truth and
Space cops. I love it.
right.
They're space
Look at
cops.
that. That's insane if anybody had just pitched that to you. But because
Right.
it has lasted generations, now we see that as normal. So, okay, we take 2 generations, Aliens versus X-Men or whatever the hell else, we put it together. It's not to say that they've run out of good ideas, though I'm not arguing that they haven't, because maybe they have. But who cares? You take
they
two
haven't.
great ideas, put them together. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, you move on to the next thing. But you keep creating great stories, so you can keep putting great stories out there into the
The universe. Put it
atmosphere,
out there.
universe,
The
whatever.
multiverse.
One of the best
Thank
modern
you.
films I've seen was Landscaping with Invisible Hands, and nobody talks about it.
What are you
yeah,
talking about?
yeah.
That sounds amazing. What is that?
Incredible
yeah.
film. It's so good. It's about
It's-
these aliens that come to Earth and basically ruin everything for us by making it so we don't have to work anymore. But it ends up making things bad for us because it makes us really poor essentially, and they take all our golf courses and live in the sky, and it's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's so good. It's one
I
of the
would
best
love to
social
see it.
commentary films. It's beautiful. It's absolutely
I would
beautiful.
love to see it. It sounds like
kind
my
of-
ideal existence. Golf
Yeah.
It kind of disappeared
courses.
too. People weren't talking about that much. We
you
covered
don't
the
get
show.
to
We
live
watched the
there.
trailer.
Yeah,
People weren't talking about it.
It was came out last year, and nobody. The only way I found out about it was a brief ad on my Instagram, and I was like, "That looks incredible," and that was the only time I ever heard about it. And then when it came out on Amazon, it offered to me for 5 seconds, and I watched it as quickly as I could before they took it off there, and then
So
one
you
of my
know what we
all-time favorite
do?
films. It's
You know
beautiful.
what we do? Honestly, tell us the name of that again. We all of us watching this right now, we all go and we buy whatever that film for 1.99 or however much it costs, and we watch it, or at least we watch as much of it as we can stand, just to say we support new stories.
Yeah, it's a
Because that's
beautiful
how
film.
actors and talent and studios make money.
And that's why I love this. It's a new story. It's something different in this Marvel universe, because they keep
Yeah.
doing the same things over again. This guy died. We'll bring him back. And we're redoing that again with Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doctor Doom, which I see why they're doing it. But again, it's not original. Let's just do something different. They could have brought Cillian Murphy, and I'll still say that Cillian Murphy would have been a great Doom. But I'm still interested to see what they're going to do with Doctor Doom and Robert Downey Jr. This would be interesting, Marvel. This is a path forward, maybe. Xenomorphs, maybe Predator. Throw them in there. Talk to your boy James Gunn over at DC, and maybe you got a great idea, because what they want to do all the time is reboot, remake, redo things. And we do know, we're going really late, everybody, but we do know they're going to reboot. Well, not really reboot. Continue. That Ocean's 14 is coming forward, because we don't have good ideas here, but let's talk about Ocean's 14 very fast in our feature story of the night.
Ryan.
Aha! All right, we're going late, everybody. So Warner Brothers, everybody, is now moving the franchise forward. The Caper Films themselves Ocean's 14, Ocean's 11 has started. Of course, the originals were awesome. Freaking Frank Sinatra, the Rat Pack back then, awesome. But this new version that they've been continuing forward, and that is spin-off for Ocean's 8, everything else, those have been going strong. But George Clooney and Brad Pitt want to come back to do one last one, and they have a director they're working towards, Edward Berger, who actually directed All Quiet on the Western Front. Did amazing, that movie. It won 4 Oscars, Best International Feature, and Conclave is coming out very soon too. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer for that. That looks awesome with Ralph Fiennes, where it's about telling the story of a new pope being elected, or being, I should say, pushed forward. And it's really great. It looks great. The trailer looks awesome. I think this director has a good vision for him. Maybe he'd be the person to finally end the Oceans franchise, even though I thought it was done already. But we can do one more, right? First movie without director Steven Soderbergh coming to do this. But Clooney said there's a script. I know, very first one. But Clooney said they have a strong script that is in the spirit of going in style.
God, why even bother?
Why do we want to do this? So, again, we have already done a bunch of these things. Ocean's 11, 12, 13, you did your trilogy. Do we need to have a fourth one? Does that make sense? Honestly, I think these guys are fun and all. They're a great cast of characters. Maybe they want one more where they're dying off. I don't know. Maybe somebody's going to die in this one, actually.
Dying off, that's for sure.
Raise the stakes, We'll have to see it. But do we want to see this? Let's go to GR fast. GR, I don't know if you saw the original before or these spin-offs. I think it's be a good idea for an Ocean's 14.
The original and the original of this series.
Geez, I saw the original in the theater.
Yeah, I did, as a matter of fact.
It's not an insult. Stop it.
He's
going to come after you, Lexi. He's going to come after you. GR, what do you think about this? So it's a good idea for a 14th to come forward, Ocean's 14?
Why not? I mean, we remake everything else. Why not another Ocean? We got 7 of them, so we can bring more after that.
And like some of these guys, no problem coming back, of course, Don Cheadle, Brad Pitt, Clooney.
Wait, remember that we started with 11, okay? There haven't been 14.
I know. It feels like it a little bit. It feels like it. David Bannon's like another unnecessary sequel. Yeah, I know. There's the idea. But GR, is there a fan base for this still, you think? You think everybody's going to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, roll out the red carpet for Ocean's 14?
The star draw will bring people into the theaters.
You're still saying that Clooney's got it in him, huh? Clooney and Pitt, They still got it in them to get the butts in the seats.
They'll get enough that they'll break even at least.
I mean, maybe they have an idea that's going to be the ultimate send-off. Maybe that's just what it is, that's why they want to do this. I'm not calling it a cash grab. I'm saying there might be something there. Clooney said they got some...
grab, Brian. Come on.
Your words, not mine, GR. That's all I'm saying. But I'm interested to see, though, because maybe there's something. Maybe there's something fun here. The thing with Dumb and Dumber, go back Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber 1 and 2, like the second one, go with me, Jonathan, for a second. The second one came out, and then they want to do a third one now. But Jim Carrey said he thought it was fun to do it like, they were younger, middle-aged, and let's do it as old men next. Let's wait till we're in our 80s and do it again. Maybe that's a good trend, maybe, to show where these characters are when they're older now and to see what's happened to them. But is it necessary? I don't think so. But it would be a fun character study to see. Can they actually do a heist one more time when they're in there? Like, they're not even old enough. They should wait 10 more years. They should be like in their 70s maybe or something like that, and then do this movie. Then it might be more interesting to me, I think.
No.
What do you think, Jonathan? Do you think there's a chance here this will be a good movie moving forward?
Is what you're saying, Brian.
Wait. Say that one more time, GR.
I said he wants them to be my age.
I want the thirsty daddy 11 or whatever it's going to be.
Well, listen. You brought it up, GR. How old exactly are you?
I'm the big 7-0.
Really?
He had his birthday on here.
God, I hope I'm as cool as you when I'm 70. Jesus Christ. I saw you live on this show before I was even a guest on this show or a host on this show. And listen, I voted for you. I voted for you. Before I knew who you were, I voted for you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Brian's a good friend, and it's a great show, and we're all related to the industry in some way.
Yeah. GR did commercials for a long time, acting, and now he's out there. He booked GR if you need him, everybody. Book GR.
My God, without the glasses, if I was wearing a white t-shirt and everybody squinted and their screens weren't working properly, we might look similar. Oh God, and I'm only 40. Okay, well,
you have a little bit more melatonin than I have.
A little bit. Look, fair enough. Um, only physically, but I think deep in our souls, you're a lot blacker than I am, brah. But
Well,
here's
you haven't.
here's the.
He hasn't met Debbie, has he, Brian?
Nope, he is not. Banner's saying GR is the main man right there. Thanks, Banner.
Ryan, I forgot the question.
Do you
Ocean
think-
14.
Jonathan, do you think that Ocean's 14 makes sense to bring this cast back now at this point in their career?
Okay. So we started at 11, okay? We started with Ocean's 11. And Ocean's 11 with Clooney was a remake
great.
of Ocean's 11 with other people. I don't know. What was it? The Rat Pack, Sinatra, all of them? I don't
It was
know.
a Rat Pack originally.
Okay. So it could be argued, it might not be one, but it could be argued that Clooney, when Ocean's 11 came out, was sort of the Frank Sinatra vibe of our time,
For sure.
right?
Yeah,
With the
I
Brad
can see that.
Pitt and all that. Okay. So this is an instance where they're not they're not creating a new story. They're rewriting an old story, but putting it in a context that we, the current populace, can appreciate and admire with people that we appreciate and admire. Let's not forget, folks, this is a business. It's not an art gallery that is sponsored by all of our billionaire grandparents. This is something where we're trying to generate not just a little bit of revenue, but enough revenue to not only cover our costs for this multi-million-dollar film project with these superstars, but also to earn a profit for us and for those superstars. So I feel like it's a great thing if we know something worked previously, if we know that story worked, then let's expand on it. Let's create more. That is how the Hollywood mindset, I think, is working right now. Look at what is making most of its money. Avengers and all these things, right? We've got more Avengers movies than we have Nights at Freddy's, I've said to people in the past.
They'll catch up. They'll catch up. Don't tease them. They'll make it happen.
But then you look at something like, and I know I'm talking about different movies, but there's a point here. You look at something like Beetlejuice. They did it right the first time. It's become a part of our culture. Those of us who are, well, let's see, Beetlejuice, the original, came out in 1988?
Right.
Yeah.
89, 88, 89. That
89.
makes us 36, 37, something like that nowadays. If we were born the day it came out, we now have a life insurance, back pain, and we pay, for a mortgage or something, right? We're adults now, but we still remember growing up. We only made one movie, but we remember video games. We remember cartoons. It has
cartoon was
been,
big.
right? It's been a part of
Watch
our
the cartoon
lives.
every morning before school.
Right, it's been a part of our lives. They did it once, one movie, but they did that movie correctly. With Ocean's 11, the first time, they did it and they did it well. Then, how long did they wait before the next Ocean's 11? They waited so long that they couldn't call it Ocean's 12. They had to call it Ocean's 11 again. That's how long they
Yep.
waited because nobody remembered it.
Long
Then
time.
they started making sequels. And you know what? The people that love those actors and those kinds of movies, they ate it up. And if that employs, look, the superstars, I'm glad they're doing well. But if that employs day player actors, if that employs painters on set, cinematographers, if that employs blue collar Hollywood, and if it entertains the Joe and Jill that goes to their job, they didn't risk things like we did. They didn't take a giant risk and say, maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't. So I'll go the safe route and I'll major in insurance. or healthcare billing, right? And they're in a cubicle. And one thing that they love is that after their meaningless to them existence, they go home and they get to watch something that is meaningful and moves them.
That's the
I'm
big thing.
not going to
That's what we
say
want.
that movie's shitty. It means something to the audience, and that is what the filmmakers and the actors, that is what they want. It's
But what about
all
you,
about the
Jonathan?
story.
What about you? Are you going to be there in the theaters, in that seat, watching Ocean's 14?
I don't watch anything in the theaters, and here's why. I can't pause it and go pee,
Yeah,
right?
I get
And I'm
that.
afraid I'm going to miss it. So I'd rather pay the 55, 65. I'd pay $100 to watch it at home on Amazon Prime or whatever. But if I need to pause it, I'm going to pause it. I'd pay
Yep.
$100 for that. I feel like if I pay $50 to watch, which I've paid the 30, 35, whatever for Disney Plus, whatever, where it's like the first day it's out, buy it on our streaming service. I've paid that because you know what? When you go to the movie theater, you think, oh well, it's going to be cheaper. So you and your date, your spouse, whatever, you go. You're right. That was silly what I just said.
Jared's like, no.
You go in, you buy the ticket. That's 10, 15, maybe $20 a pop. Then you buy the popcorn. That's another $65. Then you go in, and after hundreds of dollars, when you got to get up and go to the bathroom, they don't pause it for you. No, thank you. I'll watch any movie that I think is interesting, but I ain't gonna watch it in a big theater where apparently there's a lot of shootings going on, and that's just a bigger risk. I'll watch it at home in bed with my person. But I'm not that progressive with my person. Pausing it when I want to. That's going to be the end of my speech here. But
I love it though. I
There it
love
is.
that you're comfortable there. I still love going to theaters. I love the experience. I don't think people react the way they used to react anymore. They used to be like more excited about things, shouting, screaming, and I feel like there's just not there anymore, which is kind of sad. But I still love to see it on the big screen. But then again, I just give me the big screen in my backyard too if I could. I love that too. But Lexi, what do you think? Is
hold
this
on,
a
Lexi,
thing
did
that
he just say he had a big screen in his backyard?
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah,
I
he
don't
did.
have it up all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. He has it like with his pool, so you can like his like pool movie night kind of thing.
How the
Yeah.
other half lives, huh?
He's got a mini golf course.
I do a mini golf course too in my backyard. Round of applause for mini golf course.
Yeah, my front yard.
Tell me
It's
about
California. Come on.
Alexia, this makes sense right now because again, they've been working together. Brad Pitt and Clooney are working together now on that Wolves show. So that or Wolf, they call it Wolves. What a weird thing. They're trying to make a spin on it. So that's been happening. Do you think that's what energized this idea for this franchise, like their friendship rekindling, or do you think they've had some idea for a long time on the back burner to bring this forward and just took like this right time, this right place, and this right moment for this to move forward and become a big hit again? What do you think, Lexi?
Well, Alien, how do you feel about Steve Soderbergh not directing this? What's that? Oh, that's really bad. Yeah. Why are you not having the king of heist films not direct a heist film? What's that? Oh yeah, he is the best heist film director. You're absolutely correct. I don't know why they wouldn't bring him in. You're absolutely right. Why are you not involved? I don't know why you're not involved either. Anyway,
He should be, right?
it would immediately be a better film if the alien was involved, quite frankly. I don't know why you
Since
do
you
a
said
Soderbergh.
that, though, what was that film? It was like gardening with no thumbs or something.
Landscape with invisible hands.
Gardening with no thumbs.
Yeah, it sounds like that. But yeah,
Sounds like
landscape.
me.
It's specifically landscape with invisible hands.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I highly recommend it. But I think I don't want you to see it because it's anti-capitalism. But anyway, yeah. So
Another commie flick.
yeah.
So it won't make any money. Nobody will watch it.
I don't think the Ocean's films were looking for any kind of. I can't think of who the fuck was looking for this. I don't even remember Ocean's doing well. Like I don't think that one did well. But I know people. I know there's a fan base of excited white men who love the Ocean's films. Like I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I don't really like. I don't get it. Like it's I've never gotten it. They all watch it. They all want to be swarmy and like act like the guys in the movie, and you're
Not
never
for
gonna
you.
be that. No, I've never liked the Ocean films. I think that the first Ocean's film was a competent film. I don't think there's anything bad to say about it. I think Steven Soderbergh is one of my favorite directors. He's a very competent director. Is that one of his best films? No. Is he the best heist film director? Absolutely. Do I like heist films? Fuck no. I hate heist films. I think they're one of the most boring genre of film in general to watch, and I do not want to watch them in general. So I'm not the person to talk to about it. But is he the best? Absolutely. If you're going to watch anybody do it, he's the best to do it. I mean, what's the one that he did with Clooney that was like one of the first ones that Clooney did with him? It was a Low Down Dirty Shame. Is that what it is? Is that him?
Oh.
No, I'm talking about like 90s one. Like, oh, that one's excellent. But like, it's
Low
still...
Down Dirty Shame.
I think that might be it.
94. Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah, I think that's his. I mean, that movie's excellent. I mean...
Well, Lexi, what do you think a heist film represents to the common everyday Joe?
Did you ever see the episode of Rick and Morty about heist films?
I'm sure I did.
And that's
But I was
exactly
probably stoned out of my mind.
That's exactly what I think about them. Is that episode of Rick and Morty? That episode of Rick and Morty perfectly sums up heist films.
Yeah.
100%.
But
So you're not going to
those of us that
theaters.
haven't seen that. What do you mean?
They're just like, it's the same thing. Like, okay, I guess like Dead Prez is a heist film. Excellent movie. Set It Off, heist film, excellent film, right? But like, I think the ones that are like, we're gonna steal from a vault or a casino or something like that, and it's like some kind of like, there's hip music playing and a bunch of guys sitting around looking cool, and they're all trying to like plan something, and it's all like done in this hip cool way or whatever. I'm just like 100% not here for it. The Lady Killer is one of the best heist movies I've ever seen.
That was a great movie.
I mean,
a great movie.
An amazing film. Like
The opening of Joker.
Coen Brothers. I didn't like Joker. I'm not the person.
But the opening, I'm just saying the opening. The heist moments.
From Dark Knight.
But I mean, I feel like if you're going to say that, Heat's a better example.
Heat's great. They're rebooting that too.
And Heat's a better film.
I guess what I'm saying is
I don't like Heat.
What I think it represents for the normal Joe is if you had a chance to take a risk that could end your life or your freedom, but if you succeed, you would get more money than you've ever dreamed of, and you had a plan or somebody on your team had a plan to do it, would you take that shot?
Sure.
That's what it represents. And I think that's why we watch those movies.
I think there's like a way to do those. Like, I mean, what's the one with Jason Gordon-Levitt where The Lookout, where he's like, he got in the car crash at the start of the movie, and then he's got to watch for the guys robbing the bank in the small town. I think that's a better example of one of those kind of films
JGL.
Where you're talking about what you want. I think that one, I feel what you're talking about in that film. There's much more of a feeling of, I have nothing to live for. I had everything to live for. I damaged my brain. I damaged myself. I killed my girlfriend. I have nothing left. Everything is on the line. This is all I have. That feels much
I don't
more,
think you have to be that desperate.
Whereas like with the Ocean's films, those people are so up their own ass.
Okay, fair enough.
They're so pretentious, and they're so proud of themselves at every minute. I feel like on the set of that movie, those guys were high-fiving themselves after they were done their scenes every 5 minutes, and then they were high-fiving themselves in the movie at the same time. Like, those movies just feel like a boys' club.
They're just having fun.
And they're having fun. And that's a
they're just having fun.
People having fun on set carries through in a film, and that's good. You want that, and that film shows that. It feels that way. But like, I don't care that like a bunch of like upper class rich guys like had fun on their set and did like a bunch of upper class rich guy stuff and remade a film that was a bunch of upper class rich guys doing their pretentious upper class rich guy shit. Like, it just doesn't entertain me. It's not my thing. I'm not fucking here for that at all. And the fact that you're gonna make a fourth one of those, like, who the fuck is your demographic for that? And I do not want the cast to come back. Like, like
It's all-
geriatric as shit. It's just like a bunch of old men coming back. I'm like, can we
Yeah,
stop?
like,
Can we
10
stop
more years.
that?
It's crazy.
And it's like, I'm not mad at like an actor is allowed to age with grace into their roles. I want that. I want to see
well done.
actors
Thank you.
grow into their roles. I love that.
Yeah.
I love seeing an actor become, now I can do this. Now I'm these roles. Now I'm that. Everybody is allowed to age and grow into those roles. I don't want to see Brad Pitt playing the same fucking roles I was watching Brad Pitt play when he was 30 and 40 anymore. I'm sick of it.
No.
And I don't want to see George Clooney doing it anymore. And I don't want to see any of the hot heartthrob men of the 90s and 80s that they keep selling to us as this. I mean, fucking, what was that? Cry Macho? I was like, what am I supposed to believe that fucking 90-year-old fucking what's his face is a hot piece? I'm like, get out of here. Like, stop trying to.
Was that Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, the Clint Eastwood. I'm like, I'm not mad at older men being hot or attractive. There's
Thank you from me and GR.
Let me tell you something. I watched Forged in Fire. The older gentleman on Forged in Fire, the with the beard, I can't remember his name. Oh, he's so hot. He's hot as shit. It's like a hot Santa Claus. I'm like, he's so fucking hot. I'm like,
He's bringing that package on Christmas Eve, that's for sure.
it's like there's a way to be hot and distinguished.
You ho
and like,
ho ho.
Like, carry yourself well. I mean, Sean Connery, when he was like peak hot, older Sean Connery, he was fucking hot as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to be old and hot. But like,
I just want to say it is an honor to lose an argument to Lexi. This is a huge day for me. Lexi, I cannot disagree with you, and I will not disagree with you on this. I think
You're a nice guy, Jonathan, but I'm not. So when she's wrong,
I think she's
wrong.
right.
I also think
in terms of that is what she wants, and I cannot argue with that. And she has been very clear about what it is she wants, what heist movies, how those heist movies are done. That is her view on it. And you know what? Other people might have other views. And thank goodness we all have different views. That way we all, as actors and people in this business, can still make a living, sometimes a very comfortable one. But I will tell you, based on what she said, I'm like, you know what? This has been a pleasure to maybe have Lexi sign my participation ribbon. Because I tend to agree. You're right. You don't want to see Brad Pitt always playing exactly what he has played for umpteen years. But I do think there's an element of excitement when you see a guy who, when you were younger, you looked up to, and now that you're older, you still look up to him, and he's doing the same kinds of things, but he needs to be on the same track, right? Like in the beginning, he can be a devil may care, do whatever I want. Now, a couple years later, let's see him with some responsibilities and a mortgage and a family, still trying to get that stuff done.
Well,
I think that's what you were saying.
he was the hero. Now be the guy who trained the hero.
And that's what you can do.
That role. You
Way
can
to
be
go, Lexi.
You can be the trainer. Like, you're the guy who used to be the hero. Now you're training the next hero.
Lexi,
Like,
do you have merch? Let's go. Like,
And they're not going to do that, though. Let's just be honest. They're not going to do that. The team's getting back together. One more heist. They can make it happen because they still got the goods, the skills, and the attitude to make it happen. That's what this movie's going to be.
they'll take their medication before they start their heist, so their bones
it's-
don't.
They're going to make sure they're ready to rock and roll.
their blood pressure meds.
This will be-
Oh, my arthritis is kicking in. I'm not going to be able to crack this safe.
I have a feeling this will
God.
still get people out. It'll still get people out to theaters, I bet. And you know what? We'll have to wait and find out. We'll have to wait and find out. We're going way over, but Ocean's 14 is coming, everybody. Get ready for it. Or if you're not, if you are, if you're excited, please let us know. And please subscribe as always and put some out there and tell us what you think. Comment. We appreciate you for being here. Hey, what's everybody? It's been a great time on Kruse Control tonight. I saw in the chat before that James Earl Jones passed away. That's really unfortunate too.
What?
I just saw it, 93 years old. Yep, I saw it in the chat, and so I looked it up, and James Earl Jones passed away. That's really unfortunate. I freaking love James Earl Jones. He's from my hometown, and we starred on the same stage. So I met him. I met him on stage actually at the Ramsdale Theater in Manistee, Michigan. He was.
When?
He's just an.
When?
It says 4 hours ago. I think that's why I see this article. So it just happened while we are getting ready for the show. I didn't see it. So yeah, he passed away today at 93 years old. It's really unfortunate. He was a great guy. Yeah, long life. And I know they did use if you watch any of the new shows with him as Darth Vader, that's they actually pay him for that too, but it's AI and his voice combined. So they did that just in case this happened. I think that I think he'll still be the voice of Darth Vader moving forward for a long time. What a phenomenal actor! So many great performances.
Everything. He's
everything.
One of the most iconic
Mufasa.
Voices,
yeah.
I mean,
and even like
you're like, oh, there he is.
Anybody see Field of Dreams? I loved him in Field of Dreams too.
Yeah.
He was so great. Oh, he's been great in everything he's done. And again, like I said, he was an amazing human being. I hate to say it right now that he passed away, but yeah, after all these great performances, unfortunately, we lost another great tonight. So it's really sad.
He was more than just a great actor. He was somebody who paved the way for African American actors who garnered the respect of people outside of that race. Outside of the industry, he was still treated the way they were treated in the 60s, 50s, whatever. But within that industry, even then he was probably treated with a lot of, let's call it disrespect, dishonor. But he was also treated with a lot more honor than people outside of that industry. I didn't know about that until you just said it. But when I was in acting school in New York, in these conservatories, taking these courses, we would look at clips of him playing King Lear or Othello or doing these roles where we just thought, this is the best acting we've ever seen. And then you find out, pop culture wise, he's the voice of Darth Vader. And imagine thinking to yourself, yeah, sure, he's the voice of Darth Vader, but did you see that video of him playing Othello or him doing, like, somebody that actually influenced or paved the way for your life
His
and
King
or
Lear is
career?
incredible.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm 40 years old. The Sandlot was a huge movie.
Oh, he was so good in Sandlot too. He's so great.
I mean, you're killing me, Smalls, was a line that we would say. Yes.
Kill me, Smalls.
But here's what I think. Here's what I think great art does, and I'll say this real quick, and then I'll stop talking for the rest of the night. I'm serious. Great art transcends age, time, color, race, creed, socioeconomic status. It transcends all of that. When someone is a great actor, you do not care about their gender or their color or their age. All you care about is whether or not they're moving you in that moment. And every time James Earl Jones not only stepped on stage or in front of the camera, but just in front of the microphone, we didn't even need all of our senses to understand. We could cut out the visual and just hear him. We could understand that man was a great artist, and he paved the way. And yes, it's sad that he's gone. It is. But you know what? He paved the way for so many people that I think we don't mourn his loss. We celebrate the fact that he was. And thank God we recorded him in multiple mediums. That's all I have to say.
He was phenomenal. You're right. The stage performances he had, like I said, he started off on the stage in a small theater back in Michigan. And it was... he left a lot of performances there, enough to keep growing and growing and growing, become the sensation he was, and he was an amazing talent. And we truly lost a great today. Yeah, we truly did. But thank you all for being here on Kruse Control, as always, everybody. We appreciate you. Happy Monday. That was a long Monday. That was the longest Monday show we've ever had in the history of... This might be the longest show
James
in
Earl
Kruse Control
Jones
history.
is dead. Happy Monday, everybody.
I know. It's
That's
We're
where you're
gonna
gonna wrap this. Give us
Right.
one more. Give us something. Jesus.
Okay, so Peppy, Peppy, how you
Why
feeling?
is it Monday?
That's a good question. Why is it Monday? Why is it Monday? Peppy, you got to do your hot takes maybe next time, because you can't just keep sitting there and not doing your hot takes, because it's going to keep getting people pissed off. That's all I'm
Don't
saying.
hate the player, hate the game.
Okay, man. That's what it is. But it's fucking Peppy. We would love to have you here, Peppy. You just gotta speak up some more often. Okay, take care of yourself.
See ya.
And look, I didn't say you can't just say goodbye, man. I mean, you're looking good at least.
I'm slick like Rick.
Yeah, you are. One more thing before we go, Peppy. Your take on Ocean's 14. Should it happen? Should it not?
People need to stop pumping bullshit out.
All right, man. On that note, everybody, hope you had a great night tonight on Kruse Control. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here, as always. Mr. G.R. Waters, thank you for popping in last minute, Thirsty Daddy. Thank you for coming in, helping us out. Appreciate you. It's good to have you here. Also, Mr. Joe Clark, who we lost Joe earlier. Thank you for being here, Joe. As always, please check out his series. I'm going to put this, or his film. I'll put it out there too, and the Indiegogo as well. But thank you for Joe for being here, wherever you are karaokeing in the world. And Miss Lexi Koval too. Thank you, Lexi, for being here as always. Appreciate you, Lexi. Hope you had a fantastic time on a Monday on Kruse Control. Thank you, Lexi.
This was so much fun. This show was so unhinged. It was so good.
we're all over the place. It was great. It was great. We just kept. I mean, again, this is the longest show, but I love that. I had so much fun tonight. And again, thanks to Mr. Jonathan McFadden, everybody. Thank you, Jonathan, for being here at Kruse Control, joining us, and for being my host for the evening. I appreciate you, man. Hope you come back. It'll be a fantastic time.
I feel like I messed a lot of things up for you tonight, but I had a wonderful time. I was super starstruck at GR and Lexi and Pepe and Brian. This was a huge night for me, and I don't know if I'll get to repeat it, but I'll remember it for a very long
Kiss up
time.
time.
What did you say? What'd you say?
Sounds like kiss up time to me.
I still don't understand what he's saying.
He said kiss up time.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. GR, I've seen you. I voted for you. Lexi, I knew I liked you from the moment I saw you in previous shows, and you just confirmed it today. And Pepe, I look, I know deep down inside you're just as black as the rest of us. And
Great point.
Brian, it's a great show, man, and I'm happy to be here. This has really been remarkable.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you. I appreciate the kind words, and I thank you for joining us live on Kruse Control on a Monday. We'll have to have you back very soon. We'll talk about it, figure it out, and I hope you had a fantastic time. Really,
I did.
It's Monday. I can't believe it's Monday. It's been a week already, and it's only Monday. Thank you all for being here on Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you in and around, all about everybody that's been here, stuck to the end. I know we've lost some people through the time. That's what happens at the end. But we thank you that have stuck around for the last few minutes. But you got to keep spreading that word. As always, everybody, we got a lot of numbers going up and coming up because of you. You got to keep telling your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents that came down from Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, landing smack down in your backyard with the mailman, the post servos, and all the other people that clean your pool. There's like a whole crowd. They're all fucking nuts. They're scrubbing dub, they're scrubbing that, and the Peppy's there, and he's peeing on them. That's fine, because they subscribe to Kruse Control, and you can't do it. The squirrels and chinchillas and the beavers and the bears, they're flopping around in the backyard with the kangaroos, you see those rats hop on that pouch? It's fucking crazy. But they subscribe to Kruse Control, you can too. Watch out for the world, because it keeps coming, everybody. Keep subscribing, keep those numbers going up. As always, when it happens, and then we'll be at 1 million. It'll be exciting. I can't wait for that day, and we'll be there because of you, the people, not because of me, not because of Peppy, not GR, not Lexi, or any of us, or Jonathan. It's just because you are here subscribing and making this happen. So we appreciate you. So please like that button, comment, and join the Patreon. Or join
Can
our
I get a
membership.
shot of whatever he's drinking, please?
I'll take two.
You can all have it after the show. Anyways, anybody, until Wednesday, see ya.
Control show. Control show. Cruise control show. Cruise control show.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.